The red line. Lord of mercy. Wagwan soldier. This is the Broad Street Breakdown, episode number
14.
14.
Wow.
We made it past lucky 13, so.
Yeah,
we're still here.
I thought the 13 was unlucky.
Wow. Depends on your perspective.
Friday the 13th, Jason, lop your head off.
I'm all about the 13. I don't even know. There's like a 20-letter word that means the phobia of the number 13. I
I know.
Triska something or other. I ain't got that.
Yeah, the Triscuits gimmick because of the try.
Triscuits.
The tree.
I love Triscuits. Little cheese on them.
And dirty.
That's jabroni food.
Oh, fuck that. Triscuits in the shit. Fuck all
yeah,
that. Rosemary and some other shit.
When you eat clean, yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know what Triscuits are other than they're crackers.
They're
wheat crackers.
That's
wheat
gross.
crackers.
That's gross.
My name is Vinnie Paz. You're listening to the Broad Street Breakdown. We are back. To the left of me is my co-D, the OG, Mr. Gavin, everything Irish soldier.
I mean, it's mez. It's all right.
That's what
What's the mood scale?
I'm at like a 7.5, man.
I'm
a little moody.
Last time I asked, it was 7.
We're joined by the lovely and talented Miss Jackie Brown. Just say hello, please.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
Busy
How are
night
you?
at work, tattooing people,
I was
hurting
busy
people.
today. Yes,
good.
Jackie, who has tattooed just about every person in this room.
Just about.
Indeed.
Scott, that means you're up next.
Yeah, probably.
And won't leave me alone
if that's true, then Jackie Brown would be the person to do it.
And every time I want something new, she says, no, not until I touch up the other gimmick. So we're at a what's that called?
Mexican
standoff.
A Mexican standoff.
Mm-hmm.
Because she won't let me in there until she touches a gimmick up that no one even
Hey,
notices.
she pays attention to details.
She does, but I don't need that right now. I got things going on, man.
Yeah, when somebody goes, who
There's
did
just
that?
some cobwebs.
I got people to go, places to see.
Hey, she's a professional, man. You do what she says. She the boss.
Sicko, how you doing over there, man?
I'm all right,
Stevie,
Vin.
Puerto Rico, everything good?
I'm living. Oh, I'm good. All good.
Professor P. Jiggy, Pablo, what up, kid?
The professor says class is in session.
Oh, my God.
Take your seats.
Professor Goodbody.
You just said asshole.
How's that fucking diet working out?
This week was bad because I had to take care of wifey, so I went off the rails.
Yeah,
this
you're
week.
right.
Oh, yeah, what was that called?
The beach body.
Yeah, beach body. That's what
You
she
look like your body looks like a beach ball.
That's right.
Whatever you lost, you gained in this hairdo.
See, man, she comes for a reason.
Love it.
His wow.
That's healthy weight. Hair weight is healthy weight.
That's true.
That was all
Scott
right.
Soup Stallone, what's going on, kid?
Oh, just fucking
We're both a little under the weather in different ways.
Yeah, you know, it's been a long
going through
week.
some things.
Couple things.
Couple things.
Yeah, you know.
Couple this and that things.
That's all right. It's all right. I'm good. I made it. We're here on a Friday, which is really weird.
Very weird. You've been working on music, or you've been a little bit sick?
No, I've been a little bit busy, regardless of my sickness.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You're working on some big things, I know.
Big things are going on, yeah.
Big things are going on.
Yeah, things are going on.
Lot of mercy. Follow me,
mercy. Yeah, you know.
Good.
Yeah. How about you? Where you been?
Yeah, well, we didn't record last week, right?
We did not.
No.
So we're but we recorded the week before that.
We did.
Yeah.
You did a little something.
Yeah, I was in Vegas for a festival. It was a metal festival. It's yearly in Vegas. We were the only hip-hop act. We were the only non-metal act. So where some people might think that's strange, I'm humbled and honored. There were hardcore metal bands. We played for like a lot of people. When we performed, everyone came to see our set. The people were great. Vegas is great. I got to see my man Correct, my man Heated, my West Coast fan.
Can I bring out an elephant in the room?
Sure.
Here we go.
Why was Correct on stage?
Correct was my hype man, bro.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So you're telling me out of all the people you know, Planet Crypt, none of these people can make it? And we had to get Correct in for
I'm
that?
telling you, Correct.
Planet would do this shit for an orange crush and a plantain. You mean to tell me he ain't
A
gonna...
platano, you mean, man?
A plantain.
A plantain.
He ain't
Yo,
flying
man,
out for
this
that?
how old is this motherfucker, Steve? He still don't know the fucking language, man.
Too old to be mangling English. That's for goddamn.
That's Spanish, actually, motherfucker.
You mean platanos, man?
Yeah,
Nah, look,
them
man.
too.
Jesus.
Correct is as far as I'm concerned. Correct, my right hand man from now on when it comes to that.
Holding it down.
He did an amazing job. Stoop was out there. He came on a bus.
Of course he did.
From Los Angeles.
Of course he did.
Oh my god!
It's probably a 3-hour ride. I think it took him 8 hours.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I bet he made friends along the way too.
Through the course of the 4 days,
It was either that or the rickshaw.
he had like a rip in his one pant leg, and by the 4th day, it looked like he had assless chaps on. With his pant leg.
Shit!
Oh my god. I gotta give him.
Oh, please tell me there are pictures of
I
that.
brought my big brother out there with me just to get him out of town.
What up, Lenny?
And the Boff. So we were out there. We stayed a few days just so we could wild out. But I watched WrestleMania out there. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, so it was cool. But I've been on mad flights over the past few weeks, and eventually that just wears your body down. So I'm a little under the weather. Not to the point where I can't function, but just
Speaking of weather, how did you enjoy that nice desert hot
first
weather?
off, fuck face, when you were texting me trying to rub it in that it was wild hot out there, it was actually very comfortable. So fuck off.
I hate that.
I didn't break a sweat on stage.
Fuck face.
I was hoping it was like 110.
Well, that was what I was prepped for.
Yeah.
But
Because
I
we
mean-
know you love the heat.
Oh man.
I mean,
Big
everywhere
fan.
you go in Vegas, they keep the fucking air conditioning at like 47.
Well, yeah. Well, my room. I had my room on 60, and it was brick. There was like icicles in my room. We were
Nice.
watching WrestleMania.
I ain't mad at that.
That's how I
Yeah.
like to keep it in here, nice and cool. Because
Yeah,
I know
it's
how that's how you like it.
I like to call this fucking Scott Hayes Inferno.
It's fucking brutal in here.
Sweating like a retard on Jeopardy.
Yes.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
I want to take off my clothes.
Please don't.
Well,
Nothing,
Pablo?
Pablo. Nothing for that.
I'm picturing him in his skeevies, and I'm gonna throw up.
Skeevies.
Not skeevies.
No, man. They're
Skeevies not the
skeevies,
right
man.
word.
I mean, we're like 7 minutes into the show, and he's
Yo,
already
this
banged
dude
2
butchers the
of them.
fucking
Wow.
English. Like, he doesn't even speak proper
Jesus.
English,
You
man.
just
I'll
mixing
take a
up words.
skeevies with the side of plantains.
I got a bad case of the skeevies, yo.
Yo, yeah, skeeve is when you skeeve something. Like it's
Skeeve-us.
dirty, man. Skeeve-us.
I think Scott Stallone looks like Monty Burns naked. That's what I think.
Wow.
But how do you know that?
Yeah, I don't even know
I mean, that's
any
what I
of
dream
that.
about. I hope it's true.
Moving right along.
Yeah. Well, Pablo brought something up when we first linked up tonight, and he said we were discussing what the show was gonna be about this week, or what we were gonna discuss, and he said something. Well, no one died while we were gone, so who are we gonna talk about? We corrected him very quickly.
Yeah.
A hero of OG and I, Blackjack Mulligan, a legend in many ways, from his mic work, in-ring work as a goon, family heritage, the Wyndhams, from Barry Windham. For people that don't know, Bray Wyatt is his grandson.
Oh, I did not know that.
Bo Dallas is his grandson. OG, you can pontificate a little bit more than me.
Well, some of
because
my
he worked territories that you know more than me.
some of my first memories, wrestling memories, is with Blackjack. He was working for Vince, I would say in 82, 83, and if I remember right, it was going to be a program with Andre, but they maybe build it up to Backlund after that, whatever. But
Didn't
was
he and Andre work somewhere else before that?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why they thought it would work.
Yeah.
Because they had already
Well,
worked
Blackjack
together.
was legit pretty close to the same size as Andre.
Yeah, he had to be 6'9", 6'10".
I'd
right?
say so, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He was a big dude. And
I mean, if you see Bray, you know where, and Barry,
Yeah.
and Mike Rotunda, you see
Right.
where it all came from. I'm
And-
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
they used to do this thing where Pat Patterson used to be the interview guy. He has since become like backstage right-hand man to Vince, but he used to be a on-air guy. He was a commentator, so they used to do the live interview thing. And for weeks, he was asking Mulligan. He was worried about Mulligan's glove because he used to do the claw, and it was a loaded glove.
Right,
and
right.
Mulligan be
Foreign
like,
object.
"Nah, I'm not talking about the." So Patterson was challenging him for weeks to squash apples on air. And Mulligan for weeks, man, was like, "Nah, fuck you, Pat, whatever,
Yeah, I
whatever."
vaguely remember this.
And I feel like he was managed by Blassie, but I'm not 100%. But whoever was managing him,
Yeah.
one of the Holy Trinity was fucking managing him.
Sure.
would pull him out, pull him away.
Yeah, get out of here.
So finally, one week, Patterson says, if that's not a low, squash it. And finally, Mulligan takes the apple and fucking squashes it on air. He's like, Backlund, this is your head, or whoever he was working against. Yeah. And when he used to do the claw, they used to get color on these job guys who were, on TV, on Saturday TV, so these dudes would bleed when he would put the claw on, but they would put this big red X over the fucking screen, which made it even, made it even heavier because you couldn't see.
What's happening, man?
Couldn't see what was going on. It was the greatest fucking gimmick ever for TV. And every fucking week, Mulligan was slapping that claw on some fucking motherfucker, making him fucking pay the price for even getting in the ring with this motherfucker, And they put the big red censored X up. I put it up on the Facebook the other day because it's just ingrained in my fucking head as one of those real early wrestling memories for me.
That's incredible.
Nice. I think when someone passes that, came from that era of your life, it's a little bit more whoa.
Yeah, and then
because they're invincible to you at that point.
Well, shortly after that, he went down to Florida and worked babyface with Dusty,
right,
against the whole Sullivan thing, which is one of our favorite fucking angles ever. So he was involved in that.
At 2 a.m. yesterday?
Yeah.
When he brought in the fake Dusty.
Right.
The real dream.
Yeah, a friend of mine posted that on Facebook, and I immediately fucking sent it to you.
And I'm like, well, yo, man, Sullivan's out of his mind.
Right.
Yeah. Let's also, before we move on, not forget how much of a heavy he was outside of the biz. Wasn't he banned from leaving Texas for the latter part of his life?
Yeah, there's talk that he wasn't allowed to leave Texas.
I know for a fact they pinched him. He was counterfeiting money.
He was doing things, man.
And they bum rushed the crib, and he was armed to the teeth.
Nice.
Now, I'm not saying that's any of the bit, because in Texas, you can wild out in terms of guns.
Right.
You can literally carry in the open, and you can drink alcohol open in your car in Texas.
Oh, yeah, they're talking about, passing a law where you can take a gun into your church.
Yeah. So they're
Wild West down there, man.
I'm just saying, I've spent time there, and they wild out down there on some constitutional rights.
Yeah, if you're getting heat in Texas, you're fucking super heavy because they're letting motherfuckers just go.
If you have legit heat in Texas and aren't allowed to leave, you're fucking heavy.
Right, you did some shit.
So, with that, R.I.P. Blackjack and Merle Haggard passed away too.
That's the other one.
For me, I know some people do the I hate country gimmick, and I'm not going to pretend like I'm not one of them because I do. There's some really old shit that I like. Hank Williams, the original Hank Williams.
There's
I love Johnny.
Florida Georgia Line.
There would be no FGL without Merle Haggard. That's just the truth.
He was on some outlaw shit.
Yeah, there's stuff that transcends what it actually sounds like when you get I've heard the term used before, lonely man's music. You're hurting hard.
Sure.
Doesn't matter what it sounds like. If that shit speaks to you, that shit speaks to you.
I remember, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just thought of something funny, but E40 was talking about it. E40 from the Bay, and he was like, yo, man, listen to country music. They be saying the same shit we do.
Absolutely.
Fuck my girl. They talk about their pickup truck. We talk about Benzes.
It's the white man's blues.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's I don't particularly like it. I was a blues dude. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Plus, he was a true G. He really spent time in the penitentiary.
And that's what I mean by that outlaw shit. There's outlaw shit that I'm about.
Right. He was the first. He was a part of the crop of that first outlaw country music.
Absolutely.
Shit.
So
and you don't got to listen to it to respect it. You know what I mean?
But he was a wordsmith too. It was he was one of these guys who would turn a phrase, which is I'm here at my home. Come see me every time you want to. I've got swinging doors and a bar stool. Come see me. It's making the reference to the fact that he was there at this bar.
Yeah.
And that's where he spends his time until closing time.
Yeah, indeed.
But it's
OG Merrill fan.
I'm an old country mark all day. I can sit here and rattle off 50 different guys here who are heavier than any motherfuckers from the last fucking 20 years.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you an outlaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those dudes were those legit dudes were no joke, and Merle was definitely one of those dudes who was super fucking heavy.
When Johnny Cash got the rep for being a bad boy, the fact is Merle was really in. Merle
Johnny Cash was in.
Merrill was in the box, dog.
Right.
So, I mean,
on that live Johnny Cash record from Folsom, Merle is in Folsom on that record.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he was doing time when Johnny played
that's
that
the
show.
heaviest
Right.
of the heavy slash, I don't know if it's called irony or what the other word would be. It's not irony.
So you're saying Merle wasn't performing?
He was doing time. He was doing time when Cash did that record.
That's great.
He was doing a bit.
Yeah.
He was doing bullets in there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
At
And
San
Folsom ain't I'm not sure if it was Folsom or San Quentin. Yeah, it might have been San Quentin, but like doing time, like serious time, not a fucking couple nights in jail, like doing fucking heavy years. And he was no joke, man. And he's considered one of the better actual singers of that time period. You know,
Yeah, because a lot of those I mean, Johnny couldn't sing.
There's a couple
He
dudes
just wrote great songs and had it.
Had a real distinct voice.
Yeah,
It wasn't technically a perfect singing voice, obviously.
No, but we've had this discussion millions of times when it comes to punk rock verse dudes who are brilliant players. It's like, I listen to Minor Threat over Yngwie Malmsteen all day. Yep. There's no debate over who can play better, but do we care?
Right.
That's a whole other, we've already touched on that.
Like when we're recording, it's like I'll take bad notes with feel over
Absolutely. I've done
proper
it.
notes.
How about when I said to you,
nothing.
yo, I don't think I said that right. And you're like, yeah, but you killed it.
Yeah.
So we're keeping
Right.
it.
There's
If the mispronunciation makes the record, then it does because that was the best take. It's like, yo, if you keep tinkering with this, just leave it because you killed it. And that's how them dudes were.
Yeah.
They didn't even have opportunities to do other takes.
Right.
Like,
there's two country guys that from that era that people will say are the two greatest actual singers, and Merle is one of them. George Jones was the other one. And if you say to me, all day long,
I actually like George Jones a lot.
If you say to me, who are your top three vocalists of all time, I'll tell you Sam Cooke is 1, Otis Redding is 2, and George Jones is 3. As far as pure vocal fucking talent.
That's high praise.
Like George is pretty close to untouchable.
Yeah.
That's
I ain't
real
mad at
high
that.
praise.
I ain't
Real
mad at
high.
that at
Otis
all.
is the greatest ever for me, but George, I put George up there. That's high praise. Whether I agree or not, you know your shit.
Yeah,
That's high praise.
he's no joke, man.
I guess
there's a story about him trying to rip off Porter Wagner's wang in the bathroom.
I mean, I don't know if I need to know.
It's pretty good, George.
I mean,
I could have the story a little bit off, but this is the basic gist of it.
I mean, I'm already.
George was up for like 75 days on a coke bender, right? And he sees Porter Wagner in the bathroom of the Grand Ole Opry, right? Mm-hmm. So he thinks at the time that Porter's banging Tammy Wynette, who George was banging. Mm-hmm. So he goes up to the stall next to him. He's like, yo, hey, Porter, what's up? You know, whatever. And in the meantime, he's wearing a jacket where he had it all gimmicked up with 19 straws. He had his bag of Coke in the jacket and 45 straws up so every once in a while he can fucking hit his gimmick.
I'm not mad at that.
So he fucking, hey, Porter, what's going on? And Porter's like, oh, hey, man, what's up with that? George turns around, grabs him by the wang and starts dragging him around the bathroom. He's like, you fucking Tammy in the fucking mama. And Porter's like, I ain't fucking anybody. So that's
I mean, whoever grabs your wang is winning because you can't put it
what I'm saying.
Like, you could be a sucker, but you grab my wang, I'm done.
I don't know how true that story is, but I in my mind, it's very
I'm
true.
going with it all day.
Never let the truth get in the way
We have a good story. Amen.
Yeah, so I feel like Blackjack was a huge part of Gavin and I's life. Merle, I'm a fan. I mean, other people have passed that have really affected us since we started this podcast. But as long...
It's just part of this phenomenon
it
of
is.
2016.
Yeah.
Like, it's
fucking
every time we get together...
It's not fun, and I'd rather some other people drop off and some of these great people stay. But
at this point, it feels like a regular bit. It's weird.
It is, and it's strange. But, I mean, someone like Merle was OG, and the shit he went through, it's not necessarily shocking.
Yeah.
Blackjack had been sick for a long time, wilding out. Not necessarily shocking. When we lose young people, that's a whole other story that we can touch. But before we went on air, you were telling me about the last episode. I'm on social media. I post and I talk to kids and whatnot. But when it comes to the critique of my work, whether it's the podcast or my music, I don't really engage.
Because
it's just not a healthy exercise. So
I pay attention to it.
Correct. So you were telling us something prior.
I'm very interested how all this works sociologically speaking in the first place when it comes to our stuff. I mean, we're basically still a new show. So I like to see, what works, what people hit on, what makes them pop, whatever. It's just going by, obviously it's our pages and our fans, but the last episode that we did, episode 13, and a particular discussion that we had led to all sorts of people just chiming in, with most of it being really, really positive. And I'm not trying to gas us up. I'm not trying, we don't need that. If there was 1,000 people listening, if there were 1 million people listening, if there were 2 people listening, we would still be doing this shit and talking about the shit we do.
Yeah, no, we're going to do what we do regardless, yeah.
But it's fascinating to me that people really popped, not over the topic, but just the way we talked about it, some of the stuff we brought up. I'm not even going to go into it. If you want to check it out, go to iTunes, subscribe, listen to episode 13, some good shit. And I really like the fact that people are paying attention to shit that we're saying, because they were having discussions amongst themselves, and you saw ensuing discussions about these topics among our fans, which was really, really cool.
I'll also point out that there's something funny about the fact that that's the episode that's the most over. It's the first time where I think everyone in the room was kind of not agreeing.
Absolutely.
So maybe there was there's an element of...
I think we showed that people can have a civilized conversation and not necessarily be exactly on the same page and still be family. We're baffled by motherfuckers who are, I'm deleting this fucker from Twitter, Facebook, whatever, because he doesn't agree with every fucking thing I say. Right? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? You can have a civilized discussion with people
that you disagree
and listen
with.
To. Yeah, it's not that fucking big a deal, man.
Absolutely.
Well, I always look at us as friends. I mean, obviously our friendship plays out on the air, but I look at us as how how do I word this properly? If you can fuck with your brother all day, but if someone else fucks with him, you stomp them out.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what goes on here. It's we can just, if some of the shit we say to each other, if someone else said it to you or Gavin, I'd punch them in the mouth.
Absolutely.
But we're allowed to, you know what I mean? Because it's there's already respect of 25 plus years established.
Right.
I know where this person stands.
Right. And that's the thing. We already have that foundation. There's not a lot of explanation necessary. I don't need to explain to you where I'm coming from. You don't need to explain to me, to Pablo, to G, what your life experience is. So that helps us out. We have this, when it comes to language too, we have this sort of shorthand that we operate under. It's I don't have to preface every statement that I make with, you know what I mean? So we dive right into it. And again, it's really cool that people that are listening to us and following along as the show progresses, they were able to lock into that and pick up on it too. And for me personally, what I hope the outcome is exactly what Gavin just said. You know what? You can disagree with people, whether they're your close family or whether they're perfect strangers. It don't gotta be uncivil. Absolutely. It doesn't have to be acrimonious.
There's just levels of where you're we're all, at the end of the day, we're still on the same side anyway.
Absolutely.
I'm just not trying to hear people that aren't on my side.
True.
And when I mean that, I mean if you're wilding out, every post is some right-wing racist shit every day.
Right.
Then I can't. We're just basically under the same roof with little, idiosyncratic things that are changed a bit.
Exactly.
It's still the same philosophically. It's still there.
I mean,
except maybe Pablo, the Professor Republican.
There's nothing acrimonious about me.
The whole. He said it correctly.
I was just going to even say, was that even properly?
He said it right. I don't know that he used it correctly. But
acrimonious.
Pablo, you're a Republican, right?
I vote Republican. Yes, because that's my township.
Oh my God! Because that's my township.
Man,
I can't. I can't.
No selling?
Yeah, I'm no selling that.
Okay, go ahead.
the whole point of this show, while we're addressing, subculture stuff and bullshit subjects we like and wrestling, whatever fucking whatever nonsense we're fucking into right now, we're also trying to prove that we're all like, anybody who's attracted to this show is obviously on some sort of the same wavelength that we are, and we ain't them. Like, there's us and there's them. We don't have to agree on every little thing, but you're still part of us.
Right.
Absolutely.
There's us and there's them, and the line's fucking been drawn. So,
Well put.
we're all on the same fucking page here,
We're
even
all
if we're
us.
not agreeing with a sentence here or there.
Right.
Plus,
Yeah,
maybe you know what I mean.
exactly,
Like maybe sometimes it's okay to listen to a couple of those people that you might categorize as them, just to see what it is how they're presenting their argument. Have a fucking elevated conversation. You know what I mean? Try to sway somebody with intelligence kind of arguments.
Well, I know
whatever
for
it is.
me to agree with what you're saying, there's an old saying, "Know thine enemy." So
Yep.
There you go.
I think ignoring that they exist is dangerous
Doesn't
too.
do you any
Yes.
good.
It doesn't do
Right.
you any good. While I don't want to see something every fucking day on social media, I also don't want to ignore that it's there.
Yep.
So yeah, sometimes you have to engage those people, and most of the time when you do it, like you said, intellectually, it gets turned into. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you
Or all of
guys
a sudden
familiar?
you find something where it's like, oh, there's a bit of common ground here. There's a little in between space where we can agree on a couple of things.
sometimes.
I wanted to talk about this and see where you guys stand. And I won't say where I stand on it until I explain the phenomena. Are y'all familiar with the horseshoe theory?
No.
I don't think so.
Y'all know what a horseshoe looks like,
Yes.
how it's shaped. And the theory is that the people that are so far right and so far left come so close together
Yep.
that they almost become the same thing.
Yep.
And that gets where you get into communism and socialism, and where someone's calling you a fascist, and then someone's calling you a communist, and things become so far right. And when they say things come around, it's the philosophy of it coming around. You look at a horseshoe and how close the two ends of it are. So if you're that far right and you're that far left, you
You're
start
really
saying
that-
that these things.
Are very close.
Yeah. Now I'm just wondering if you guys see any truth in that. Do you see?
Well,
when you get like you're definitely to the left. You're definitely liberal. There's people more than you willing to do some dumb shit like blow up a McDonald's for animal rights.
Right.
I know you think that's stupid. It is stupid.
It's stupid because McDonald's doesn't sell meat. They sell like fucking sawdust. You know what I'm saying?
But where do you stand on what I'm not saying I didn't create the theory. I'm saying, what do you think about this theory?
It's
The people that are from the far right and the far left aren't so different.
from a personal standpoint or in general.
A personal standpoint.
It's hard for me to say because I try my best to take each individual topic and form an opinion on it. I don't like to. I only say that I'm far to the left because people have said that about me, that I'm far to the left because of individual opinions on individual topics. So you say to me, "What's your opinion on this?" My answer will be what is perceived as a left position on that.
I understand.
For most things, but
It's a
then like
generalization.
yeah, but. You know, like I got into a little bit on the last one. Like, there's a lot of things that quote liberal or left are into that I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a gun control guy. I'm not any of that stuff. So, where does that put me? I
And
don't know.
another point that I'm pretty sure it was Jeff that made it, if not last week, but he's made it several times. And what you're saying is in the horseshoe, when you get this part to the bottom part where you're so close, that bullyism comes into play. There are people who will tell you how liberal they are, how accepting they are, and they're
bullies.
It's sometimes worse than
They
people
bully
you would
the
call
right.
far right. Exactly.
bully the right.
and they bully you when you don't agree with them.
For me, like what I'm saying is like if you take supporters of Muslims and supporters of Islam, and you take and there's bombings for some reason here, and then a Christian wilds out and shoots up an abortion clinic, and these people are diametrically opposed. I have to sit there and say, are they?
Exactly.
Are they diametrically opposed?
Exactly.
Right. They're
Because
both fundamentalists.
I'm going to quote Chris Rock and be like, I'm conservative about some shit, and I'm liberal about some shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think socially, I think I'm liberal. Extremely liberal.
I would say so.
I think fiscally, I'm a little bit more conservative with how things are run. You know what I mean? We all know, you and I used to sit here and watch documentaries about the World Bank and the Rock, and the Rockefellers and things like that, and how the world government is run. You know what I mean? But so what I'm asking you is, do you think that horseshoe theory is that far off?
Not at all. I think it's fairly dead on.
Pablo?
I think you're right. I think you're right, except for I have no idea what the left means. I'm being dead serious. Or the right. That's how much I care a little about politics.
The right is the Tea Party, super duper conservative.
Okay.
And the left is super duper liberal.
Well, in this country, it comes down to the fact that the liberals tend to, and it can go across not just this country, tend to approve of and support safety nets for less fortunate people. It winds up being a kind of an economic thing where, there are a lot more poor people in this world, and there's a lot of money that's not being spent in the right way where we can feed these people. Things of that nature. It winds up coming down to
well, I thought the Tea Party was the same as liberal.
No,
it's almost
literally
the exact opposite.
Right. The Tea Party hates liberals.
They don't want to.
The Tea Party is your Palins.
Spend a dime. They want to roll back government. They want to let.
If you put a gun to my head, and I'm saying this jokingly, but if we really sat down with Pablo and talked to him about it, I would say he probably leans towards the right. If you had to put a gun,
I would think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if I threw some questions at Pablo, he would answer the same way I would.
Let's say all the billions that have been spent in the war.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Overseas.
Yeah.
Do we have no place being there?
Right.
Right? Drone strikes, killing people.
Yes.
The left would say this money maybe should be used to help people rather than kill them. I see you being like, kill everyone that's our
I have
enemy.
a big problem with the military budget of America.
Yeah. Good.
Bravo, P-Jigs. I didn't think you would.
I would only co-sign it if there was total world peace throughout the world, and I'm like, this is fucking money well spent. But obviously, we have a military budget that trumps some countries' GNP.
We trump some continents.
Yeah. And we can't fucking kill 5 bad guys in the middle of a desert.
I appreciate that you're saying that, because I thought you would
if we got
right.
results, then I would co-sign whatever budget it was. But we're not making a dent.
When you're killing 300 people with the attempt of killing one, not even successfully, and there's limbless babies, and you have 3 little girls. I'm not really with that, man. Like, why? Like, it's these things that are swept under the rug. These drone strikes that are hitting hospitals. These drone strikes that are just. It's like this anti-brown people shit that's going on. This anti-Islam. This anti. You have over 1 billion Muslims, man. How many Muslim brothers and sisters are evil? Let's do the math on that. Less than a 1/10 of 1%.
I'd say the same number of white Christians.
I'd say there's more. If you put a gun to my head, there's more.
I would say
there's
the same
more
thing.
Dangerous Christians.
I would say the fucking same
there's
thing.
More dangerous.
But what I'm saying is that doesn't represent the whole of them.
No, but what I'm saying is Timothy McVeigh looked at as a Christian terrorist.
Not at all.
But he should be.
Absolutely.
Fuck the terrorists. You're talking about people who are in power.
No, of course.
Fucking people who had their finger on the button.
I said that America is a Christian
Those are the
country.
scary motherfuckers.
I said America is a Christian country, which we all know, right?
Yeah,
Would anyone debate that?
I'm talking about those Christians who hold those offices.
Well, let me follow up. I got inundated with people telling me, you're out of your mind. This isn't a Christian country. We're under attack, meaning Christians.
That's some shit right there, man.
Yo, do you know how many Muslims and Jews there are out of 300 million people in the U.S.? Not a lot, man. Not a lot.
Yep.
It's absurd, man. They whip people up with these.
I mean, there's a war on the poor people, not just there's a worldwide war. Like poverty is seen as a crime. If you have the misfortune to be born poor, you're a criminal. You're already starting at below fairness level. You're already looked upon as a criminal.
Bro, one of the S1Ws in the PE book was talking about how...
I need to get that from you.
I'm going to give it to you next week. I have like 3 pages.
Thank you.
He was talking about PE and the black man's struggle in the U.S. At his first tour, he was like, yo, When I went over there, I started realizing it wasn't no black shit. I saw white people living in the gutter.
Yep.
And my mind, you have to zoom out.
Yeah.
Zoom out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Is there a problem in America with and black America with disorder? Of course, no one's denying that.
Right.
But he was making a statement about the world.
Right.
Like, yo, go to other places. If you think it ain't poor white people, you're out of your fucking mind.
Right.
If you think it ain't poor Asians, you're out of your fucking mind. So what needs to be revisited, reformed, is the idea that only this specific group is poor and oppressed.
Right.
Now, in this country, no, it's the minority. Blacks and Latinos are oppressed in this country. But I've been to Bulgaria. I've been to Sofia, Bulgaria. I've been to Hungary. People, little 2-year-old white girls are on the street begging you for money. So zoom out, man.
Yep.
Zoom out.
Yep.
Well, there it could be.
I mean, it's the same thing
you've got
here.
classes.
I think that there's also there's poor white people in this country as well.
Oh, no, I wasn't. No.
I know you weren't. I thought we need to point that
No,
out.
point it out. Definitely.
I think that it falls into the division that the higher ups, whatever you want to call them, has done since day one. What's the easiest way to divide the lower people on race issues? It's always been the easiest way to divide people because it's, people who are in bad situations want someone to blame. So who do you blame? Oh, I blame black people. I blame white people. I blame this. I blame that. I blame that. But they don't take a step back and realize that they're all on the same level. It gets into that us and them thing. You know what I mean? And it's just been like that since day one. And in this country, it's been pretty prevalent since.
No, I mean, divisive logic is what this has been based on since way before.
I mean, that's a military tactic.
It is. It is. I mean, these are shits that I've touched on in songs.
Absolutely.
Anyone that knows the catalog, you know what I'm saying? But you can't hip a chump. And if we're talking about 300 million people, right? If 299 million of them are chumps and suckers, then we're dealing with what we're dealing with now. You don't think this is all an ultimate, this Trump shit, this Bernie Sanders shit, this Hillary shit? You don't think this is all... I mean, this is soap opera shit, dog. Are any of these people going to change anything? No matter.
It's a dog and pony show. It's a major distraction, which every person in this room knows that it's working because you see it every day on social media.
Dog.
People will spend hours arguing points back and forth that, like you say, when you zoom out in the grander scale of the world, mean nothing.
I'm just telling you, talk about Trump to someone in a hut in Botswana.
Exactly.
And they're going to be like, check this. I just hunted for my food, and now I'm gonna cook it over fire.
Right.
You have to, man. I'm gonna just keep saying this, and it's redundant. Zoom out, man.
Yep.
The world is a big place. There's 7 continents. I've been on most of them. It's you have to get out of this bubble of this country and its logic and its politics, and we are the best shit.
I'll even bring it a little bit smaller. Zoom out of your little bubble and just look around you. You don't even have to go to wherever to look. Look at a street corner in Kensington. Ask them what their opinion of Trump or Sanders
that's
are.
kind of what I'm saying. Zoom out. Just zoom out of your world.
Right.
Of your world. If you live in there's some people. I'm not talking about us. There's some people that never left their neighborhood. Forget Philly. There's some people that never left their neighborhood other than to go to a Phillies game, a Sixers game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're from a suburb less than 4 miles away from Philadelphia and have never spent any time in that city.
Yep.
Those people exist. Yeah. Their world
Those people are the majority.
Correct. So that's what I'm co-signing what Gavin's saying.
Yep.
Fuck I'm not saying you have to be like me and be in Australia. I'm saying go to North Philly, West Philly, talk to a black kid that's got a backpack on going to school in West Philly and see if that changes your perception because he's in a shitty school and he can't even go there safely trying to learn.
It's very interesting to me, too, when you think we're of a generation that's part of both before and after. We were conscious before technology. and we're living in it.
Technology.
And today, you have every opportunity. Like you're the exception, Vin. Most of us don't get to go around the world and see how life is in the world. But at your fingertips, on your computer, on your phone, you can experience a lot more than we could have when, say, we were in high school in those years. And yet it just seems like that bubble for people gets smaller. Instead of it being expanded, like the internet should be the greatest modern technological advance in terms of educating people.
Agreed.
And, opening people's minds to how, and it's not. As a matter of fact, it made things smaller and smaller.
On paper, it is the greatest invention in the history of mankind, maybe.
In practice, it might be the worst.
Right.
No, I think pants with pockets.
All right, then.
Boo earns, man. Boo earns.
Broad Street Breakdown is being brought to you by Crescent Street Tattoo. 4371 Crescent Street, Philadelphia, PA. 215-487-0360. That's Jackie pulling her own shot. Facebook.com, Crescent Street Tattoo.
Rabble.
IG, Crescent Street Tattoo. Email, crescentstreettattoo@gmail.com. Website, crescentstreettattoo.com. Miss Jackie tattoos all of us. She's the best. And she's super sweet to you if you're not mean to her. And if you are, OG beats you up. And then
Never mind, OG. She'll beat you
and
up.
then he texts me and says there might be a deal going on, and then I come through with the hammers, and then you get clobbered.
And then out comes the machete, and it's just
machete.
It's a wrap, son.
Machete.
She's the sweetest and most talented tattoo
We
artist
love
of Philadelphia. And Tony Barris and
We
OG.
like Tony too.
It's a pleasure to spend time in there. They're great people, and it's also BSB is being brought to you by No Slam Dancing, No Stage Diving, No Spikes. An oral history of the legendary City Gardens, a club that we spent a lot of time in as young kids.
Who wrote that?
This is written by our girl, Amy Yates Wolfing, and Stevie Puerto Rico. Stevie Puerto Rico, where can this book be found and purchased?
Pretty much, you go to Amazon. You can find us on our Facebook page, which is just No Slam Dancing, No Stage Diving, No Spikes. We got, you can hit the button and it'll take you right to the link to buy it, and it's out there.
Did we discussed on air when we went to see Judge and World Be Free and all that, right?
We did indeed.
That was a night to
And
remember.
It was.
That was a
and
great
we
night.
previewed what happened backstage, correct?
Right.
We
But they did
previewed
not
it.
know that there were some shenanigans had. We held that back.
I mean, things happened.
Things happened.
We saw the guy with the wang.
We saw a naked guy
Saw
on
a
Gerard,
naked dude.
on
Guy on
Spring Garden.
Gerard.
But even before that,
Exquisite Bush guy?
It looks like your beard.
You
The guy's
did.
boot.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable.
We've got Bush.
Naked guy.
Naked guy.
We talked about we promoted the fact that Scott Vogel of Terror and World Be Free, hello my friend, we all love you. How you doing?
what up?
Was ripping up money in front of Pablo, and Pablo was losing his fucking mind. So
He wasn't just ripping it up to be fun. He was ripping it up to fucking get
to
my
spite
goat.
you,
Exactly.
No, he was like he came to me and was like, if
Get my
I do
goat, he
this,
says.
will his head explode? And I was like, he might die and have a heart attack.
Yeah.
And I wasn't joking. Like, I mean, you're young and you're relatively healthy. I don't know that you're ready for a heart attack, but you might have had an aneurysm or something, whatever that's called.
Conniption.
Something. Like it might have, when someone's eye starts, I figured I'd get an eye twitch or
He could have
something.
caught a stroke.
Like you were saying
Caught a stroke.
Yeah.
to a naked guy that I wasn't as excited as you were. It's because I was still in shock.
Whoa, no one was excited about seeing it.
I was a little excited.
Yeah.
Let's get this
You
together.
know who was really excited? Mrs. X was really excited by Naked Guy.
Well, that's all right.
Well,
I don't know why. You're more hung than he was.
Hey,
I mean, he
see
brings
what I
it to
gotta
a
deal with,
grinding
bro?
halt.
Right. It's
See
like
what we got to do with?
What flow?
It's a horror scene.
It's like he's holding it's like he's walking with a baseball bat.
He's hung like a baby. He's hung like a baby's arm. It looks like a baby's arm.
Like a Louisville Slugger, we call him.
It looks like a baby's arm holding an apple.
Sickoville Slugger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Winchester Ghost. You're up.
Yo.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Well,
we put up the fucking bat signal for Winchester Ghost.
He's our go-to dude.
No doubt.
Winchester's Ghost. What up, man? You're the best.
So anyway,
Well, no, I'm gonna put myself over first.
Please
Okay.
do.
I
Put this in the thing.
put that in the gimmick. I, like a young Kubrick, like a very young Kubrick, knew that it was going to be quite the tensest.
Yeah.
this is quite the tensest.
So
I see.
I don't.
Vogel.
I'll tell you this part of it though, and whoever watches the video that we're about to promote, it's all shot on Pablo's phone, and I still can't remember why I didn't shoot it on my phone. And I don't know if you.
Well,
can.
here's what happened.
It was just so much going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
like
but why wouldn't I
scripted.
just grab the phone out of my
you
pocket?
guys had already been mingling back there, and I got backstage and saw all celebrities, and I was like, "Fuck, are we getting
Celebrities.
No, I already know the answer.
celebrities.
Finish, and then
And I was like, "Yo, are we working tonight? Let's get some drops. Let's get some whatever."
yes, and your phone was out.
And I just started shooting.
Yes, Pablo's
against
phone
everybody's
was
will.
out taking pictures because, again, let's just take it back. It was Judge, Wisdom in Chains, World Be Free, and a lot of guys that all of us have listened to and know. Arthur from Gorilla Biscuits, who's an old friend of yours. Arthur the Greek Freak, what up, kid?
Yeah, Charlie G.
Yeah, Sammy
Purcell,
Sigler, Scott Vogel, Andrew Klein from Strife.
Mad Joe.
Mad Joe from Wisdom and Chains. What up, Mad Joe? Sorry I didn't text you back. I'm a mess. I'll text you soon. So Pablo was just doing his gimmick, like, oh, all right, word.
Right.
And then I see Vogel getting charged up.
I see Vogel,
and
he's looking charged up.
So he starts going in on how cheap Pablo is. So I'm like, Blow, tell me how to work the camera gimmick. What happened. So if you want to build and then promo it, let them know.
Yeah, so I started shooting, and you're like, no. You're a part of this. You grab my phone.
Right.
And then Vogel's like, fuck you. I'm going to start ripping up money. You're a fucking asshole. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. You have monopoly money. And next thing I know, there's legit fucking notes being ripped up.
There were at least
Monetary
one,
He can't even
right?
say it. He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't even say money.
Yeah.
He used Yo, when's the last time a human on earth called it notes?
1856.
He's so cheap
Thomas
that
Jefferson.
he can't say. Yeah, he's talking about
legal tender.
pitting cookies in someone's commissary.
I'll give you 3 pieces of corn for that.
He wants 3 pieces of cornbread for like
Yeah.
3 tasty cakes.
And some wampum.
Yeah, but you can't even call it money because it's upsetting you so much.
They were promissory notes.
I thought
You take that to the
Yeah.
bank and you get like $20 worth of gold.
I gave him more credit 'cause I thought he had like prop monopoly money, that he was just fucking with me until I picked up the remnants, because I'm not letting that money go to waste.
Okay,
That's
see
legit
this,
money right there.
I'll be honest, this is news to me. I thought from the rip, because you were breaking his balls. You were like, what are you going to bring out, Monopoly money?
Yeah.
And when I saw them take out the 20, I knew it was real. You're telling me you didn't know it was real?
I mean, it was hit or miss, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know
I knew.
how clever he is. He could be super.
He's
super
clever.
So, and I don't want to look like a sucker. So I was like, all right, maybe it's legit.
I'm walking with you. I'm walking with you
And then
now.
once I bend down and saw,
You bent
I
down
know
a
money,
lot.
I felt you feel the paper and you know this is legit U.S. coinage. You know what I'm saying? Not
Coinage.
Currency. if you
Currency.
will.
Just say fucking
Exactly.
money.
I don't want to say it.
I got your back.
I don't want to say it.
Wait,
then I'll
did
get
you
more upset
tape
again.
this back together again?
He tried.
he
I
wanted
tried-
to. He
no,
was.
here's what happened.
He
missing
was
pieces.
crawling on the ground like his head was. You haven't seen the footage,
Jackie,
No.
I was attempting to, right?
Yeah.
And then you thought it was the fucking Phillies parade, like a ticker tape. He starts doing it again. So now there's paper, there's money. I don't know what's going on. So now I can't put 2 different monies together. So now it's like a
Monies.
So now it's just a fucking
Monies.
wash at this point.
He was.
You somehow made a $72 bill. Tape this shit together.
He taped together two 20s, mangled, and they were like, "We'll give you $32.68 for this."
I'm dying over $72
Yeah, that was great.
bill.
Man.
Yeah.
That was great. And only because his delivery, dog. He's like Stephen Wright. He never pops himself, and he's still not laughing now.
Stephen Wright. Wow.
It's like,
Wow.
like once a week, I'll say something to him, and he's like, "I'm laughing out loud," and Jackie's looking at me like I'm a retard.
I caught vapors from that. Jesus. All right, continue.
Yo,
So fucking he does it once, then he does it again. And then we close, and the whole backstage is a gas. You know what I'm saying? It's just
a
crazy.
gas. It's a gas,
man.
Not a
It's
gas.
Jumping Jack Flash.
Wow.
And then we left and we saw a naked guy and went
Belson
ate some
was it?
macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And had some
So
cocktails.
Pablo, being the creative, brilliant person
And we
that
saw
he
naked
is,
guy.
Yeah, he put together a gimmick.
that yous all need to go to the YouTubes and watch that shit.
It's like a montage of the shit that I filmed of this whole story we just told you. And Pablo, actually, I was mocking him. He did a really good job for not having much equipment at his house.
Yeah, no, he did.
And
yeah.
the World Be Free record, we fucking love it, and we're putting that over.
Amen.
But we have a Broad Street Breakdown YouTube.
We do.
Okay, so
It's just the Broad Street Breakdown on YouTube. If you want to find this particular, all our stuff's on there, but this particular video, just type in Broad Street Breakdown, the Civil War.
It's basically a spoof of the Avengers Civil War trailer of the movie that's coming out.
all right, man, settle the fuck down.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I mean, get it together, man.
It might be the biggest movie of the year, but yeah.
Look,
you don't know what
speaking
that's
of
about.
Vogel,
I got my own shit to worry about.
yeah,
pal.
man, get
It's
outta
fucking
here.
Iron Man versus Captain America.
Give a
Something.
fuck.
Pick a side.
Come on, man.
I don't even know
I'm
what
not
you
mad
guys
at
are
Captain
talking about.
America?
No, you can never pick Cap. Cap's whack, yo.
Yeah, he's got that jabroni sword.
USA.
Shield.
USA. Then you're a communist then if you don't pick Captain America's side.
Shut up.
I have no idea what
Go
you're
comb
talking
your hair.
about.
Yeah, man. I'm not mad at that either.
I like that.
Well, speaking of Scott
that for?
Vogel and
Fanfare.
speaking of shows and all of that,
All right.
our good friend Joe Hardcore is throwing this year's This Is Hardcore. What number is this? He talked about it, now I forget. Is it up to 10? Is it
I know it's
past
way
10?
It's
past
past
10.
13
I
maybe?
think they might be at 16, 17.
All right, well,
Honestly, I don't know.
and Chris, guys we love, friends of ours, great friends of ours. This Is Hardcore. I believe it's in August.
In August, yeah. And they just put tickets on in Philadelphia.
I have people, when I was with Stoop in Cali, it's a bunch of cholos in LA that love hardcore that are flying out for the 4 days from Cali.
It's like I've been to quite a few of these, and it's always amazing where people come from, people that travel. And it's almost like back in the day when we went to shows. These aren't people that are flying first class to hardcore shows. These are people that are getting here any way they can.
There's people that drive 15 hours both ways.
Absolutely. And they will sleep in their cars because they don't have money for hotels and all
Punk
that.
rock shit all day, Bubba.
And you know what? Chris and Joe, they put a great festival together. It's, 3-4 days?
3 or 4, everything is
4
peace.
days.
4 days.
There's merch for you. There's drinks for you. It's in Philly. There's places to eat. There's places to stay.
Outback is like a fucking punk rock swap meet. It's not just merch from that festival and those bands. It's merch from around the world. It's record trading. It's everything that's good about hardcore, and it's all like thrown into one place. And like we're older. If you're young, like you guys who are parents, and if you're parents of teenagers, like, you know what we went through going to shows. These guys provide a real safe environment so that, like, if you had a 12, 13-year-old kid who wanted to go to this show, you would not be worried about shit going down.
If you're younger, and by younger, for me, I mean under 30, and you consider yourself a hardcore kid, and you want the experience, you need to be in Philly for that.
Yeah.
When
we
Pablo and I linked up with Vogel years back at
Always
one,
a good time.
and everybody's there. I was chilling with Jimmy from Maximum Penalty,
Yeah.
all my DMS brothers.
Last year, me and the OG got to kick it with Waddy. It was
I mean,
great.
the last few times all of us have gone, things,
Yeah.
we just bumped into mad people that from our past.
Some of the bands they got this year are fucking bananas. Burns playing.
Burn, one of my favorite
Biscuits.
bands. Used it today. One of my favorite
and it's like,
bands.
It's like the crazy lineup of Youth of today. It's Walter,
Yes.
Porcel, Sammy,
Yes.
and Ray.
Yes. Vogel, my friend, Terra is playing.
World Be Free.
World Be Free is playing. Anyone else you can think off the top?
Well, it's August 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Isn't
That's
there the
all.
Turning Point
Breakdown
tribute?
is
Oh, yeah,
playing.
that's the big
Skip,
one.
It's the Skip Candelori tribute.
Strife is playing.
I'm not sure if they announced who's singing. I know who's singing. I'm not sure if that's out there yet, so I don't want to blab it.
Isn't it a bunch of people? Like, okay, no, I don't know.
We should maybe not talk about that.
Kize Fize.
Yeah, I'm kayfabing it because I don't want to ruin shit for Joe and Chris.
Right on.
Breakdown's playing.
Breakdown, one of the
Killing Time.
the first Breakdown 7-inch, one of the best records
please.
ever. Killing Time, Bright Side, one of the greatest hardcore records ever made.
Strife. All else
Strife,
failed.
Andrew, what up, kid? One of the best straight edge bands of all time. Close with them dudes.
My buddy
Gorilla
Jeff P from
Biscuits.
Breakdown.
Wisdom and Chains.
Wisdom and Change, Joe, what up?
Some of these logos are too small for me to read. I can't see.
Yeah, or they do. One thing hardcore is good about. I'm into black metal, and they do their logos.
Yeah.
Black metal and death metal do their logos where you can't read it.
Yeah, I
the
don't-
more unreadable it is, the more they think it's metal.
Yep.
I don't know what you're saying though. I don't know what record this is.
I don't read metal at all. I took
man,
it.
look, man.
I took it in 7th grade, yo. But then I
Look,
graduated
man, I
out
gotta
of
tell
it.
you something, man. Settle down, or it's gonna be heat, man.
There ain't
I
no
don't
heat.
read
There's
metal.
gonna be heat when it's
Stop
all
the
I play.
madness. You gotta stop.
When every time we're in my car and it's all I play, it's gonna be an issue.
That's all you played the last time I was in your car.
How dare you? That's not true.
It might be.
When it was me, you, Miss Jackie, and a friend, I put on something everyone could listen to.
True
Never
enough.
does this for me.
Remember I said,
Tell
what do
him,
you guys
Jackie.
want to
You
listen
did.
to? Didn't I say that?
What do I say in the
Remember?
car
What
all
do
the
we
time?
listen to?
Remember we were going from...
Duran
remember we were
Duran?
going from- I was like, yo, anything y'all want to listen to?
Duran Duran, I think we listened to.
I did the
I
80s
love
gimmick.
Duran Duran. I love
I
it.
ain't mad at that at all.
Girls on
No,
Fun.
I played...
In the car, we fight all the time. I'm like, just put on something everybody
I
likes.
played Naked...
I don't like nothing everybody likes.
what's the
That's
gimmick?
not true.
Oh, fine.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Motherfucker.
Naked. What are you?
Naked Ray Gun?
Naked Eyes.
Oh, always something that
Always something
remind
to
me.
remind. Yeah, naked. Yeah, Jackie.
I don't, what is it?
Naked,
Naked
eyes.
Eyes.
And there's always something there to remind me.
Wow, I don't think I. That's what they're called. Naked Eyes.
Always something there to remind me.
Ugh, copyright.
And I'll never be free. You'll always be a part of me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See? We can do that, man. We can do this, son. I'll show you how to do this,
We ain't
son.
scared.
We ain't scared.
We'd play that song, but the motherfuckers came down on
That's
us.
right.
Man.
The man
The
keeps
man
the music
came
out.
down.
Right.
The
Yeah,
man
right.
came down.
Man
It's all
got
right.
his
They don't
boot
want our
on
message
that.
getting to the fucking people, man.
That
That's
just
all
counted
right.
as a cover. I think we're safe. We just
So,
did a cover.
well, this is hardcore. Is there a website, or should just people just look it up and they'll find it?
Well-
Tickets are on sale now.
Yeah, they just went
Right
on
now,
sale.
I'm on their Facebook page, which is This Is Hardcore.
If you put "This Is Hardcore Festival,"
It's www.thisishardcorefest.com.
there you go. Everything you need, we'll all be in the building. All
Amen.
of us. On a more somber note, but along the same lines of shows and hardcore and punk rock, we lost someone, more specifically Stevie Puerto Rico, lost a good friend, John Bunch, the singer of Sensefield, an amazing band that I won't say I grew up on because I was 18, but
Yeah, they came around a little bit later.
yeah,
but
they were part of my life, and I'm a huge fan, and I'm really sad that we lost him. But John Bunch, from what I can gather from Stevie Puerto Rico and his wife, and from everyone, from Gavin, from Texas The Reason, that I never heard a bad word spoken about this man. He always had a kind word for everyone, and they did, I believe they did a benefit show in Cali.
Yes.
Not sure if it was LA or the LA area.
It was like the L.A. area. There's
LA
like
area.
an hour and a half
It was
south.
probably, if I could guess, I wasn't there. It was probably at the Glass House in Pomona.
Pomona, yeah.
Yeah, that's where.
It might not have been that exact venue, but I was.
I'm willing to bet it was, but I'm not gonna.
No, it was like the Yost Theater.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Anyway,
But anyway, they had a real nice benefit. They had a bunch of bands come and play, and they did a thing where the remaining members of Sensefield played their catalog and had guest vocalists. Richie from Into Another sang a song. Garrett from Texas is the Reason sang a song. The dude from Rocket from the Crypt. So anyway, it was just announced that they are going to do a similar show right here in Philadelphia at the Theater of the Living Arts on South Street.
that's where it's gonna be.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
TLA. All right.
June 25th is the date. I don't have ticket information yet, but it's kind of the same deal. They haven't really announced the bands. The only thing they did announce is Garrett from Texas is the Reason is going to do a solo acoustic Texas is the Reason set, which, if you're into that, is pretty intense.
I would go for that alone.
Yeah. So, and the thing about it is, they created Casey Jones, who is, I want to give her a shout out. She's out in California. They started John Bunch Memorial Fund. John left behind 8 or 9 year old son. And basically, all the money raised from that show and from the Philly show is going to go to the fund. They also, if you go to Revelation Records, they did a bunch of special pressings of some old Rev stuff. The first Sick of It All 7-inch, the first Gorilla Biscuits, the first, Warzone Revelation #1. They did them in colored vinyls. These are all up for sale or for auction. I'm not sure which, with all the proceeds going to the memorial. So for the East Coast Memorial, they're doing it here in Philadelphia. They might do a few other cities and dates. I don't really have any info on that, but from what I know right now, it's June 25th, and any other information I'm sure you can find just by Googling or checking out the Facebook pages. And if people, if you are a fan, please come out and support this. It's for a real good cause. And even if you're not a fan and you just got nothing to do and you're kicking it on South Street, just stop by.
Respect to John Bunch. You will be missed, my friend. And it's dope that they're doing it in Philly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I had no idea that it
He
was
loved
happening.
this city from what you told me.
Yeah,
So,
he loved coming out here. I mean, he just loved traveling. He loved playing and traveling. So
Yeah, Godspeed, my friend. We'll see you on the other side. Come through, support. That's for his family. So
Yeah.
even if you're just a Philly head and you want to come and see all the old heads, because
and once they start announcing the bands in the lineup,
I mean, we already know what's going to happen, but we just can't say it.
right,
That's really
right.
That's
There's going to
really-
be somebody there that you want to go see. So
That's really what's happening now. Well, I was going to say on a lighter note, but it's not really on a lighter note because I'm getting texts from Gavin during the week, fuck Villanova. And I know he doesn't watch basketball, so I can't figure it out why. Because I'm a basketball nut. From the pros to college, basically 7 nights a week when it's on, I'm watching hoops. It goes boxing and then hoops for me.
I mean, you even watched the Sixers these past couple of years.
I've
Religiously.
I haven't missed a Sixers game since I can remember, unless
and
I'm
if you
on
know
tour.
anything about the Sixers, you know that you got to be dedicated.
You don't got to rub it in.
I'm not
Look,
rubbing
man, I'm
it
watching
in.
the team grow.
I'm praising you, buddy.
So I mean, as far
Is that
Pal?
mayo? You don't
It's-
gotta rub it in.
how dare you? It is a little bit. Look, Kubi,
Thank you.
A little bit.
Kubi.
The Phillies are 0-4.
So, but listen.
Come
so
on.
I'm getting like this fucking guy's texting. He's all revved up all the time.
He
and
was charged up.
I'm trying to tell him to settle down. I'm all charged up about Nova. I flew in. I made sure the flight let me come in so I could watch the game. I'm going bonkers. Again, I support any team, Philly. You know what I'm saying? I love Jay Wright. I love Archie Diacono. I'm a hoops fan, and Philly is starving for champions. Nothing has happened since the Phils, which is now going on what, Scott? 8 years?
08, 09.
So 8 years.
08.
8 years, and then maybe like 6 or 7 since we've been even watchable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, for heads that know, then about boxing, heads know I don't never got to worry about boxing in Philadelphia. This is basically, for all intents and purposes, I will not say the birthplace, but the core of boxing in America. I will, and anyone that debates this via social media, I'll reel off information that supports this. So I get the Villanova fuck gimmicks from Gavin, only to find out that he is what? What happened now? You're all sparked up.
I got heat with the parade, man.
Yes.
Like, I don't come to your fucking stupid basketball court and kick the balls out while you're dribbling down the fucking gimmick and shooting it in the fucking thing.
That's what you're comparing
I don't
it to?
fucking come to your fucking place of business. Scott, listen to what I'm telling you. I don't go there.
Let's also remember, Villanova's not in Philadelphia.
Wait, hold on.
Good point.
Wait. Are you saying that to support him? Or
I'm totally supporting him.
Okay, now when he wrote me this, before he loses his shit, which he's going to.
I can see it
The
bubbling.
combing of the beard means he's losing
And
it.
it's in his eyes.
Yeah. So I'm going to put him over only for one reason. Villanova is in a very wealthy area of the suburbs of Philadelphia.
Nowhere near Philly.
No, so when he wrote me about this gimmick, I'm like, yo, man, are you sure you're not in, like, conjugal visit traffic? Are you sure you're not in, like, someone just got shot traffic? No, because I'm saying it's Philly. I'm like, yo, man, someone got popped. Nope. There's probably someone that got their noodles scrambled, and you're crying about Villanova, and he's going fucking basketball, the stupid gaga baga, and I'm like, yo, man,
The gaga baga.
yeah, that's
Fuck
what he
the
told me.
gaga baga.
That's what it said.
First of all, fuck parades in general.
How dare you?
Look, man.
Hate parades.
Again, I'm happy for these kids.
I love a parade.
Have a fucking thing. Do your fucking, shoot your fucking basket, whatever the fuck you do.
How dare you?
Have fun. You know what I mean? Do your gimmicks and have fucking fun.
How dare you?
Shoot your fucking basket.
But don't interfere with my fucking day and what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't come down into the city from wherever the fuck you're from and have your parade on my fucking watch.
Have that shit out on Lancaster Avenue where the fucking school is.
How are you going to close half the fucking city?
On a weekday.
Yo.
My wife was right there.
I know.
Let me tell you the fucking text I got.
I know. She commented on my thing.
Like-
I wrote a thing and then was so aggravated that I didn't even go back. Like, I went back to read, but I didn't even address it again.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't.
Yeah, but what does the gimmick
I'm trying to
traffic
figure
have to do any different than if someone gets shot traffic?
Because
it's an unnecessary thing.
So is
Yeah.
getting shot in your fucking melon.
It depends on who it is. If it's somebody we like, yeah, then we'll get in the parade.
What I'm saying is it's going to be it's going to be fuckery in a
There's
shit show
no
matter
reason
what.
for it to happen in Center City,
I was
Philadelphia.
in Uber fucking 3 times today. Like, that's excessive, man. I don't need to be doing that.
Look, man,
Villanova's fault.
I'm like, yo, do you want to meet and get something to eat? And you're all riled up in the Uber.
Nah, that's not what happened.
A little
at all.
bit.
No.
Could be.
I'll
That's
tell you
not
what
happened.
My lovely wife had words with a family trying to navigate through all this shit. She had to go to use the fucking underground fucking, you know that whole gimmick where you can just go underground all of Center City through the subways and everything.
Yes.
She had to do that just to get to her fucking job.
Yeah,
Your
she
wife
was
is angry, man. That's
she
not
was
my
in-
problem.
she was in-
Villanova.
she was in the midst of
not
it.
having
Yeah.
it.
Well, in all honesty, they blocked off all kinds of fucking streets. So I say to myself, being the fucking city,
Right.
Guru.
war general.
I like to pronounce it guru.
Guru.
Yeah. The being the navigator that I am, I say, okay, I'm not gonna fucking drive up there. I'm gonna take a fucking Uber. So I get in the Uber and I'm like, look, Uber guy, I'm fucking going down this street. You take me as far as you can take me before it turns into a shit show, and I'll hop out.
Did you get his name?
Fucking Bob, I think his name
No,
was.
it wasn't.
I think it was.
Bob's
always
everything.
Bob.
Everything with you is Bob, man.
Uber
Get a
Bob.
new gimmick.
It's either Uber Bob or Jim.
He can fucking bob on my wang. So we're driving down the fucking street.
No AO required for that one.
we're driving down, and as it turns out, by the time I went, there was less traffic than a normal fucking day.
What?
It all went down to
Yeah, man, because you were too busy
City
being mad
Hall.
at basketballs to understand
Fuck
what really
basketball.
How the fuck do you have a parade in the middle of okay, you have to do it in Philly. I guess you make money. So what? How do you do it on a work day? You couldn't do that shit on Saturday?
I have an answer. Stop being up when the fucking sun is out and being a square.
Hey, not all of us.
Not my problem.
Not all of us get to be rock stars like you, buddy.
Friday traffic in Philadelphia.
Some people
pretty
got to
bad
go
on
to
it.
work. Not me, but some
Yeah,
people.
who are you talking about?
Traffic's
You ain't
bad
had
on
a
a
job
Friday.
since Clinton's first term.
The Gavin's got shit
was
to do.
good.
He don't have a job either.
But he's got shit to do.
His job
Important
is
shit.
being Gavin.
He's dad. He's got dad shit
That's
to
a
do.
heavy fucking cross to bear, my friend.
The MOTP never takes a day off. We
That's
know that.
right. MOTP is always on the job.
I'm concerned about the people of Philadelphia. What are we supposed to do while these fucking gyms come down from the burbs,
I'm
man?
concerned about the people
Watch
of
this.
Philadelphia.
I am giving that a
No,
standing.
he's not.
Right.
That's not true.
Jackie,
That's not
how
true.
are you? No, he's not. He's concerned about us. We have a little
He
circle.
hates you all. I'm just saying that.
I don't hate it. What do you mean, the people in this room?
No,
No.
the
The
people,
people of Philadelphia and
Everyone
people in
else.
general.
I mean,
Oh my God.
I mean that's no news. Like,
And can
everybody
we
knows that
please
already.
come
We
back to the
established that in
point?
10 minutes of episode 1.
Villanova is in fucking Radnor,
Well, that
or whatever
point
you
is
call
true.
it.
That
I don't
point
care
is
if they
true.
were on fucking Mars. Just don't be in my way when I got to go do shit.
Like, you don't see that shit happening on Lancaster Avenue. What the? Why is it got to be in Center City? I
I
don't understand
don't
that.
know.
To fuck with you. That's what it is.
I mean, that argument is strong.
You know? Like,
Why
yo,
is Sicko getting the Doodaloo song? That's Pablo's
Because he's
song.
just going
He's
off.
Doodaloo?
Yeah, he's doing a little.
He's Doodalooing?
Yeah, he's
No, he's
pretty
got a-
much
backing up the
No.
Gavin.
No, he's got it. I'm with Scott.
too. He's been talking too much.
I'm with Scott.
me?
I'm with Scott. He's got to take a nap.
With me?
Sicko.
It's Nova. It's Nova. Come on.
Yeah, man, celebrate, man.
Fuck Nova.
First of all, Scott, I'll talk all fucking night if I feel like talking. A. And B, you want to go out front and settle that? We can do that right now, pal.
There you go.
Anytime you want. I'll fucking, whatever,
Keyboard's going
motherfucker.
crazy.
You just broke his keyboard, yo.
Just shoot on me. How
Gee, I
dare
got you all day on this. Fuck sports, fuck parades, go to fuck back out to Lancaster Avenue with that
You
shit.
fucking strap it on.
I'll
You
ta-
fucking huddle around your house and make your fucking wife watch Flyers games
Phillies games.
and Flyers.
Jack.
Aren't you into hockey?
At least
I
I,
haven't
don't watch
watched
none of
hockey
that
in
shit.
years.
Yes.
What's the worst parade? This parade?
Yeah.
Or the fucking Vietnamese New Year one they used to have on your street?
No,
I
that's
lived on that
That's pretty
street.
heavy. That shit.
I like that parade.
they're doing all kinds of shit. Shit's blowing up. Fucking, they're chucking fireballs like
Yeah.
No,
fucking.
you light shit on fire. I'm with it.
That's what I'm saying.
If
They're
shit
throwing
blows up-
fireballs like Lawler in Memphis back in the day.
Whoa,
you know what I'm
whoa,
saying? Like I'm down with that.
right?
16 years ago, or even more, me and Gavin were neighbors. We lived.
Sicko's telling another story. Shocker.
Care about himself.
I'm talking about the fucking parades that we got to watch. I'm down with that shit.
Me and
people
Scott
are.
got heat, so everybody knows.
Yeah,
There's heat.
You talk too much, Jeff.
listen, speak.
Yo, you
all
can
right,
go
so-
fuck yourself too,
No, I'm
hairdo.
saying that's what he's saying. No hairdo.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that either.
Hairdo?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
This motherfucker's getting that
saying,
Nova
no.
fucking
You guys
sweatshirt
want to
delivered
draw
to
the
his
line?
house.
Let's draw the line.
Yeah,
What size sweatshirt Nova do you want? I'm gonna buy one for you tonight.
I'm like barely aware that Villanova exists. I don't care. Just don't be in my way.
I had my high school graduation.
all right.
at
You're
Nova.
shooting on basketball. You're shooting on basketball. You're shooting on-
No, I'm not.
Excuse me.
It's-
Excuse me.
I'm
It's my
not
time.
shooting on anything.
It's my time
except
on the mic.
Shit's in my way.
It's my time on the mic.
Go ahead.
I didn't say anything while you two talked.
Fair enough. Fine.
You're shooting on hoops, but the fucking one and only, the answer, Allen Iverson, has now been
Oh, I'm a mark.
considered Hall of Fame worthy.
I'm with him.
I'm in a room of people. I'm the only basketball fan. The
We love
best
Iverson.
little man to ever play the game.
No doubt.
Ever. I had the honor of watching him from the year I got out of high school is when he came out of college. The honor of watching him, coached by John Thompson. Watched him in college. Couldn't believe that a kid that little was dunking in college. They put him at 6'1".
No
I met
way.
him. He's like 5'10" max.
Right.
I used to see him in Bentleys when we would go to Repo Records, me and Pablo. I'd be like, yo, see that car? That's Allen Iverson. He would be like, who that? Because that was before he was.
Yeah.
He was down here 100 times because the studio is like right by the stadium.
Yeah, but
so he was
remember
stopping at
not
thing.
the Philly Repo, the one on the main line when we used to shop there.
Yeah.
Like Pablo would drive in the Pathfinder, we go record shopping out there. I'd be like, yo, that's Iverson's, but he wasn't known yet. So he was like, who? But for me, this kid represents everything that everybody in this room is about.
Amen.
The little man against the big man with a heart bigger than everybody in the fucking room, and they were all 7 feet tall, and he was under 6 feet tall. What's your thoughts? Because I know, Gavin, you marked out for the practice promo.
I'm a big Allen Iverson marker. I don't think I've ever seen him play 1 second of basketball, and it doesn't matter. He's over with me.
Love it. Love it.
I could say almost the same exact thing. I
Love it.
never watched him
I mean,
play.
I forced your hand, P, a couple times when you were living before you got married and shit.
Yeah.
I would be like, P, is it all right if I come over and drink a 40 and we watch hoops? And you were like, yeah, come on over.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, on my honeymoon, it was 2001. I was in Disney and almost got into some shit because it was like Game 4 or something.
Yeah, against
And
the
I was the only fucking Sixer fan in this bar in Disney Town or whatever.
Gotta hold it down.
And this dude kept fucking talking shit, and I'm like, the fucking Sixers are gonna win. Fuck you, Allen Iverson's the man. And
Yeah, Disneytown
I
rolls
almost
hard.
went into fucking
Disney
Disney,
Town is
jail,
hard body,
which is
so it's mad
hardcore.
gangs
That's
in there.
hardcore shit. Donald Duncan was fucking arresting me.
Yo,
what
you-
what set you claiming,
Yo,
son?
what set did you claim? D Duck or M Mouse?
Scrooge McDuck, yo.
Stallone.
That's mini.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to
But
cut
yeah, I
you
mean,
off.
my 2 cents was from the previous episodes. I said I wasn't feeling Allen Iverson because I didn't like his personality.
Yeah.
And then your mom posted something today where he
Yeah, she
said,
took that from my drawing where he said, he basically broke down, he talked about Larry Brown.
That's
and he
what I'm
was
talking
basically like, look, I look back on it, and I should have listened to everything that man said because he was trying to develop my game. But there's a saying, man, like, youth is wasted on the young.
Yep.
So he played his game, and he got us there, man, on his back.
Yep.
If anyone in this room, I can name them, by the way, if you want me to. But if anyone in this room can name the
rest of
team,
the team, right.
that got him to those championships, I'll give you $200 right now.
Ern McKee.
That's one.
Snow.
That's two. Yeah, I mean, now you're
we
buried.
did this one time, and we didn't get it.
Who's we, white man? Me or you?
No.
I'll
You-
name the
you
whole
said
team.
this to us that-
I'll name everybody riding the bench, too.
Mike, and it was a travesty.
Two things always stuck out about Iverson for me. Number one, before he even got to Philly, that bullshit that he had to deal with where he came from, that legal shit.
Yes.
Was some bullshit.
Yes.
And number two, when he got to Philly and when he got on, everything about him, right or wrong, he put his peoples on. He took care of his people.
I mean, his entourage was 10, 15 deep everywhere, and they lived like him.
Yep.
Now, that's the reason he might or may not be in financial trouble now. It's not my place to say.
Sure.
Also, when he crossed Jordan over, I watched that live when people, like, nobody was watching the Sixers. Nobody's watching the Sixers now. And just like now, exactly 20 years ago is when Allen debuted. Nobody was watching, and he crossed Jordan over, and Jordan's dick was in the dirt. Now, I know you don't fuck with hoops, but you know if you do something dirty to Jordan, that's next level.
Yeah.
He did Jordan dirty in his prime. Now, this guy also, now I'm gonna get on a little side tangent, also brought shit that was not ever in the league before. Cornrows, jeans past his knees. You're talking about John Stockton nut hugger jeans that look like tighty whities.
Absolutely. The tattoos.
Iverson shit. Tattoos on his neck. Covered in tats. Cornrows. Made a rap record.
Yeah.
This dude was supporting hip-hop culture and exposing it at a time where I'm not going to say it wasn't part of pop culture because that would be a lie. But in the mid-'90s, it wasn't where it was
Right.
now.
And also, being a professional athlete, I was pretty much very detrimental to his professional career.
Detrimental and risky. He wasn't getting the ads for Campbell's soup.
Absolutely.
He wasn't you look at certain people who are way less talented than him, who had, all right, let's take
And he
Donovan
never got
McNabb.
that.
I like Donovan McNabb, okay? I was a fan. But Iverson, they're two different sports. But what I'm saying is Iverson was a superior player to McNabb, but the way McNabb behaved allowed him to get Campbell's soup commercials
Absolutely.
that he's still living off of.
He was safe.
You're safe.
Right.
He was a safe
and marketable.
Iverson was a scary black man.
Yep. And
who
didn't give a fuck.
And didn't give a fuck. And let me just say this because I don't want to take all night on AI. 5'11" going to the hole with Shaq there. There are power forwards that are 6'10", 250 that are scared to get dirty in the paint. AI lived just driving to the rack. They would hack him and he'd stand up and be like, what? What? What do you want?
One thing that sticks out with me, remember there was an ad that came out, it was like a print ad, and it was basically a picture of him, and it had like all his injuries, like broken collarbone.
I know the exact. There's 28 broken bones in Iverson.
Like that, I think that to me, I'm obviously not a basketball fan, but that to me summed it up. For someone who wasn't born and raised in Philly, that motherfucker was more Philly than most Philly
There's
people
two
I've known.
people that made themselves Philly that weren't from here. Jimmy Rollins from the Phillies, who isn't here anymore, and I know he wasn't hard body or hip hop like AI, but he acclimated himself to this city and rode for it. Acclimated.
You're absolutely right, though.
And Allen Iverson, when he came back here for his little run, cried and kissed the Sixers logo and in tears said how much this city meant to him.
Yep.
He's more Philly than some people we know that are from this city.
That's what I'm saying.
So, with that said, as a matter of fact, I think we're going to take us out on this break. We might even play y'all the press conference with the practice.
Nice.
So, with that said, it's the Broad Street Breakdown. We'll be back in a break.
We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice. I know I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm supposed to lead by example. I know that. And I'm not shoving it aside, like it don't mean anything. I know it's important. I do. I honestly do. But we talking about practice, man. What are we talking about? Practice? We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice, man. When you come in the arena and you see me play, don't you? You see me give everything I got, right? But we talking about practice right now. We talking about man, look, I hear you. It's funny to me too. I mean, it's strange to me too. But we talking about practice, man. We're not even talking about the game, the actual game, when it matters. We talking about practice.
Lord of mercy, we're back. Back and direct, Broad Street Breakdown. We in this motherfucker, man.
We ain't fucking around.
We ain't fucking around.
We ain't scared.
We don't play. OG, so right now, what we have on the well, I got to explain to everybody what goes down here. We're in Found Sound in South Philly, and Found Sound Studios is a beautiful studio where it's comfortable. We watch TV. So primarily we watch The Biz. So we got an old ECW gimmick on right now, but that's not what we're going to build upon, correct?
Correct.
We're going to build upon Mania. We missed 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I guess we need to catch up.
We need to address that whole weekend. That would pops me. I like that one a lot.
Now, what I have to admit is that I was gone in Vegas for the NXT show, and you said it was brilliant. Correct.
How much are we getting into it?
Let's not, because it's so Nietzsche.
I don't want to spoil nothing for you.
But it was dope though.
I like Nietzsche.
The last
was it
3
Nietzsche?
matches.
That which does not kill me.
Hold on. He's got something deep to say because he told me on the ducky before.
The last 3 matches were some of the best wrestling I've seen in my life.
That's a heavy statement.
And that's what I told him before, and he backed it up. So what's happening now is, what I'm going to explain to people is, he said, Pazzy, NXT. And I said, yeah, I'm going to check it. Then I go home, and my whole shit jams up. So I saw Mania Live, and he's like, yo, I don't care that you saw Mania Live. Bro, these matches, and he put over Nakamura, who's the most ill. Am I correct?
Yeah,
You love the
Nakamura, Sammy.
Nakamura.
Yeah, we're marks.
Yeah,
we're
absolutely.
Nakamura marks. We're Finn Balor marks. We're marks for outside events, and then me and him text each other at 3 a.m. and go, yo, this guy's gonna get stolen by Vince. And then they get stolen by Vince. Is that real?
Yeah. I mean, Nakamura Sammy was easily match of the year. I don't see much competing with that. Asuka Bailey was the next. These are the last 3 matches. Asuka Bailey was second to last, and that was fucking incredible because Asuka is no joke. And Finn and Joe was as good, if not, in my opinion, slightly better than Nakamura and Sammy.
Whoa.
It was a flawless last 3 matches.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What I would say is what I said to you earlier. Asuka is the first girl I would put in with dudes. I'm not going to get into that, but would you agree or disagree?
She works better than 85% of the main roster.
That's all I needed you to hear.
Yeah.
All right. So, because of NXT being a little bit more, I won't use the word underground because it's corny, but should we get into Mania?
Yeah.
The ladder match to me was the best shit of the whole night.
Agreed. The only thing that even comes close is Charlotte and the 3-way. Charlotte, Sasha, and
Becky.
I thought that was really good.
Really good, and Becky took that.
Yeah.
Becky took that.
Yeah.
La. Crazy.
Yeah. And you know, I've never been super interested in women's wrestling until recently with, I guess, what Hunter's doing with all these women who can really fucking go.
Well, I'm going to put these guys into it because I actually made them work at that first ladder match. How did you feel?
That
Scott,
was
you don't...
fucking insane. The
Pablo,
ladder.
when the first ladder match?
Yeah, I mean, I wish like if every match was like that, I'd be in 100%.
Exactly.
Sicko, when I had on the ladder match.
Like, I forget at times how ill and how violent shit gets. And then, you show me something like that, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, 270-pound dude off the top.
Yeah.
I mean, that Steen, Sammy, that bump was retarded.
I like the way they're building up, really gradually building up, putting Sammy and Owens back together. After, for people who don't know, they've worked together for 15 years in different, Ring of Honor and wherever else. And really slowly they're putting them back together to do a program,
And I said to you the exact opposite. I said, why aren't these guys working an 18-month program? And you were like, shut up, idiot. They're going to work one.
Yeah,
I was like, no, yo.
As long as one of them doesn't get fucking hurt, because they're both working super fucking stiff and super hard.
But I was like,
Hey,
oh,
yo.
super stiff and super hard.
It doesn't count when
Hey,
you're talking business.
I know, because he said it. No, but what I'm
It don't
saying
count when you're
is,
talking business.
Okay.
what I'm saying is, like, the shit that me and you were open on, they would work 18-month programs.
Yeah.
And then I said to you, OG, why don't Sammy and Steen work an 18-month program? And you know what you said to me? You're like, they might.
Yeah.
I don't believe that they're smart enough to do that. I hope you're right.
I'm holding out hope. You know what I mean?
No, of course.
Every week we hope Raw's going to be good. And it ain't.
No, what I'm saying is like that to me is an 18-month program easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're starting. They got to do something. Like everybody's in kind of limbo right now. So, it's after Mania. It's the restart of stuff. Who knows how Nakamura factors in? I've heard that the amount of money they paid him, he's not hanging out in NXT too long.
Cool.
I'm guessing he might do a program with Finn or whatever.
That's what I would think. That's what I would think. Stallone. Now, as someone who doesn't watch. But I said, yo, Stallone, turn around while those bumps are crazy, right?
It's mind blowing. I mean, that was it was like Pablo said, it was like, if that was like every match, I'd be all in.
See, that's awesome.
You know what else blows my mind is that the very next match was AJ, which we only saw.
How many months ago? 3 months?
4 months ago, right.
Yeah, I mean, at a fucking 1,500 person venue.
Right.
And now he's in front of 101,000 people.
And how awesome is that you who don't care just saw someone.
But like, I was like, I wasn't sitting at that table when you guys were doing the promos the night at Ring of Honor because I was watching that fucking match.
You were what? No, you were all in.
I was in the room. I'm like, I gotta see this.
Every time you've come, you've been like,
oddly enough, the biggest marks in the room, me and Vinny were out in the thing like we're just hanging out. And,
right, but
and
I was
you and Pablo and Sicko, whatever, we're all watching.
It's like catching like an amazing band while they're playing VFW halls and small clubs, and then however many months later they're fucking
it really is.
arenas.
And me and Gavin are the dudes who think we're too cool.
Yeah,
you know it is.
That goes without saying.
No, seriously, like Jay Lee, you guys know how we pop for Jay Lee.
Absolutely.
I asked you that night. I'm like, okay, so what level? Because I'm a newbie. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
So I asked you that night. I can't remember the exact analogy, but I was like, what level of what level are we witnessing here tonight at the Ring of Honor thing?
Yeah.
And you were like, well, if so-and-so is fucking Green Day, this shit is Black Flag before anybody else fucking knows it's Black Flag. You know what I mean? It's like we're catching them on the up and nobody knows.
That's pretty
and then I was like, oh, fuck. Because here it is. Now they're all fucking,
For me, I thought it was pretty cool to say to you, because you were working on my music. And I said, Scott, turn around and look. And you turned around and you looked. And you were like, is that AJ? And I'm like, this is the dude you saw a few months ago. And now he's in front of 100,000 people.
The guy was like, this fucking guy's, he's fucking great.
To me, now we went into this earlier. I put AJ and Finn at the top. They're my 1A and 1B. Where are you at with that? Am I violating you?
No, Finn is my top. I think Finn is better than AJ.
Okay, to
Not
me,
a shot
AJ
on
is
AJ.
better than Finn.
But I feel like Finn right now is so fucking at the top of his game and so smooth and so whatever. AJ still takes these little risks that sometimes he doesn't look super smooth with stuff.
How dare
and
you.
It's not a knock. It's just that if you're comparing those two, Finn is just a little bit fucking
that gimmick
smoother.
he does when he bounces off the middle of the rope and throws the elbow, might be the smoothest shit in wrestling.
I don't disagree.
Yes, you do.
No. How dare you?
All right, so
How dare
let's say Finn is 1A and 1B.
Okay.
Then where do you go? Sammy? Joe?
I'm going to go Nakamura.
To me, it's...
Are we just talking? We're just talking work, or
yeah.
Okay.
Because let's go there. Then certain people shouldn't be on the mic. Strictly work.
Okay.
I go those guys. If you go, strictly work.
Yeah.
I go Nakamura 1, Finn 2, AJ 3. AJ might be the best to me, but then I go back and forth. Nakamura's so fucking good, man.
I'm going Finn.
Okay, above Nakamura.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Finn, Nakamura, Kevin Owens.
Whoa. So you're putting Kevin Steen above Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, we're talking top 5 here, so it's like saying, is Dead Kennedy's better than Black Flag?
No,
it's like, you know what I mean?
know.
Like
Don't be a jerk.
Tomorrow, it might be...
It might flip.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, to me, all right, I'm going to restart.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Sicko, how dare you laugh?
Dead Kennedys are not better than Black Flag.
Sicko, yes, they are. Dead Kennedys are
First
better
of
than
all,
Black Flag.
you're absolutely wrong. And you know how big a Black Flag mark I am. But
Sicko, kill the poor.
I disagree.
Sicko, kill the poor. How dare you?
Kill the sicko.
I want to kill the Sicko now.
everything Dead Kennedys did is flawless. Black Flag, I can sit here and name you 20 songs that can fucking flush down the toilet.
Yes.
Don't care.
Yeah, you're fucking
Still better.
No,
He's a
they're
jerk
Go
off.
on, continue.
not. No, they're not.
You're a jerk off.
Continue.
I will. Now, what I'm saying is, all right, who's working the best right now? A, me. I'm the best worker.
Arguably.
Arguably. I mean, I'm fit and ready to shit. Gavin won't pop. He no-sold me.
He's trying to no sell. He got a smile.
He turned his face.
He got a smile.
Come on, man.
Look, man, our top 5 is everyone's top 5.
I wear a t-shirt.
I'm fit
Yeah.
and ready to shit.
Shit. Yeah.
Amen.
Look, I'm not mad at Finn. I'm not. The fact that he no-sells AJ aggravates me.
I don't know sell AJ.
Yes, you do. You
I
no-sold him for
don't.
years.
Yeah, I did. You're right. I don't sell. I know sell
Just because
everybody
he
in
has a weird
TNA.
hairdo, you're mad at it. I didn't make his hairdo.
Take
Like-
it up with his hairdresser, man.
Well, I mean, like, it's not my hairdo. Who does it? Sicko is his hairdresser.
I gotta fucking
Get some
Sicko
water.
is his hairdresser.
fave that, but forget it.
All right, listen. And then what happened the next Monday night on Raw?
A lot.
To me,
So overall, Mania, we give it a mez.
for me, Meds are Meds.
Yeah.
Meds are Meds. That first match, and now I can say to everybody in the room, we watched it together. That first match, everyody in the room popped for it.
Sick.
Absolutely.
That was the best match of the night.
That was great. Like we said, the women were great.
And that's that.
I don't even know what else happened.
The
really. I
right.
mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I mean?
Because it was
The
the
Rock
shit.
happened.
Yeah, and I was like,
Lights happened.
Yeah,
I
a
mean,
lot of-
every
it's a
time
lot
I
of-
see Bray, I'm gonna pop. But like, he didn't do nothing.
It's a lot of bells and whistles. Man.
Yeah.
And that's,
Like the
that's
first
cool.
gimmick, I was going. You were on the computer. I'm going. Scott, look, Scott, look, Scott, look, and you're going. Holy fuck! Those dudes went out there and worked.
Well,
it took.
I mean, you could tell that they stood in the back and were like we were saying earlier, like, yo, we're going out first. Let's fucking show them what's what. And the rest of the show's got to follow this.
They were basically like, we're gonna be lunatics,
Yeah.
and nobody can follow. What we're
Yeah,
about
nobody's
to do.
going to be able to touch what we did.
It's like
And
trying,
they didn't.
no.
it's like following Hendrix.
Right.
Shut up, Sicko. Nobody followed Hendrix.
They tried to.
Shut up. You ever hear when fucking Eric Clapton saw Hendrix from the side of the stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never heard that story?
I don't know.
He saw him from the side of the stage and cried and
Yeah.
went home because Hendrix is that good. So you fucking marks better understand that we played you that match, first match. Bump. Everybody taking bumps. We'll die for this. So Mania, fuck you. Meds are Meds. What about Raw? What about my name is Enzo Amore and I'm a certified G.
I don't remember a better debut on the mic.
Agreed.
He was, in an under pressure situation, flawless. Bubba and Devon were brilliant in the role that they played.
Calling them, and then they backed off, and then calling them, and they backed off.
And knew enough, being the veterans that they are, knew enough to give them the space to do their thing. They played their part perfect, and then that was
The problem is that most people don't understand what we're saying.
No, they have no idea.
When they walked out and that music hit,
Right.
I'm telling you, from me to you as a friend,
Yes.
I got chills. Did you?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I'm a certified G, and you can't teach that. His name is Big Cass, and he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. Bada bing, bada boom, realest guys in the room.
That dude's money all day long.
Money all day.
Yeah. and they had like 20,000 people fucking doing their deal with them.
The whole deal, and they never been heard before.
Right. Which shows
Sicko, bada bing, bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing? And they go, how you doing? Everyone goes, how you doing?
Love it.
They're doing greaseball shit that
Love it.
nobody knows.
Wow.
And you can't teach that.
Where do they go by?
Enzo Amore and Big Kaz. And you can't teach that.
I can smell the garlic.
So I'm gonna put.
I'm not mad at what he just said.
No, I'm not either.
And you can smell the garlic.
I'm gonna put something out there that's a
Please,
little.
pit. It's pit.
I'm gonna pit it out there.
Sure.
Yeah. Roman started the real gradual heel turn, I think.
Yes.
And I saw for the first time since the Shield a little bit of a spark in him. Little bit of a spark. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to tell everybody who's a wrestling head who's listening to this, if they continue this route, in 6 months, you're all going to be on Roman's dick. Promise you that, because he's going to be a brilliant fucking heel.
Agreed.
All you motherfuckers who were hating on Roman for fucking this, that, and the other thing, you're all going to be on his dick in 6 months.
And before I say I agree, I'm saying I am part of the haters. Because they don't know what to do, but if he does it right.
Yeah. He's going to be brilliant. And he's got it. I saw it on his face on Monday.
This Monday was the first time I ever felt a glimmer of hope for that kid.
Yep. And if they keep going with this, and even if they do it gradually, mark my words, episode fucking 14, all you fucking marks are going to be on Roman's dick.
Ooh. You hear that?
OG, can I say something to you?
Yeah.
My name is Vinnie Paz, and I'm a certified G and an OG hunk, and you can't teach that.
Nice.
Oh, Sicko.
So Sicko just threw up a note.
So what's homeboy's name?
My boy Chad on the Twitter.
Chad, what up, Cat?
He asked me for me and Vinny to explain why we hate Hogan as much as we do.
Let me tell you, Mean Gene.
So I said, all right, man, well, I can either write you a 50-paragraph thing,
or we'll go.
Or we're going to go on the show. And he said, oh, go on the show. So I brought it up to Vinny tonight, and this is the part of the show we've been looking forward to.
All right, so I'll start. I'll start.
Go ahead. Please do.
Well, and my father died in 88. I saw for Hogan for the first time, maybe 82, 83. Impressive as a physical specimen.
Sure. What year is this, Vin?
Maybe 82, 83. Probably the Thunderlips.
When he came in as a heel.
Yeah,
first.
but maybe the Thunderlips gimmick. Rocky.
I can't remember what year it was, but when
neither can I, because it's like
when he first came up with Vince, the first time he was managed by Blassie and he was a heel working Andre.
After he had worked in Japan.
Your pens on that geek?
Yeah. Yeah.
After he worked Japan.
Yeah, and then he went from he did a small run with Vince, working with Andre as a heel with Blassie as his manager, and then he went to AWA and got over huge, and then went back to Vince for the Hulkamania thing.
83, you came back.
My earliest
he
memory,
came back. Okay.
My earliest memory is my pop not having him, because my pop, if you weren't a Dago, he wasn't having you. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. My pop was like, hey, this fucking guy. Who's this fucking blonde-haired guy with the bald head? Hey, slap the fucking dog. Hey, this fucking guy. And I was like, this guy. Now in my head, I'm like, this guy is soft. Only because whatever my pop said, I believed.
Of course.
It's not because it was real. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Same with fighters.
Right.
Like everybody my father loved as a fighter to this day. Like, he was Marvin Hagler. He wasn't Sugar Ray. He liked the goons. So my pop was like, hey, it's this fucking guy with the blonde. Hey, this fucking guy out of here. Hey, I'll smack him and tell him what's what. So my father's opinion of Hulk Hogan was, I'll slap him and tell him what's what. I don't care how big he is. Hogan, for me, he couldn't work. He couldn't talk. I don't get it. What Gavin is talking about, our friend that listens to our show, it literally blows my mind. Do you know how there's like a band in your head that blows you? You know, we talk about how bad Zeppelin is, and you go, I don't understand how this fucking anyone likes this band. That's Hogan's. Like,
I'm with you all the way on
but you know
Hogan.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, no, I get that he's Diesel. I get that he's blonde. I get he couldn't work. He couldn't talk. That to me is Zeppelin. Like, what are you talking about, man?
To this day, I still don't understand why he got the huge crossover appeal.
Well, that is what I feel like Gavin will probably set it straight better than I could, because I'm just angry.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm serious. Like, I just don't.
So that's a really good question. Why the fuck did he?
Well, it all happened at the same time. So you have to remember that wrestling at the time was territory based. There wasn't just one company that ran everything.
Okay.
So there was the Northeast, which was WWF.
And that's what we watched.
Yeah, because that's what we got.
That's all we got.
Well, that's not all we got. We also got
No, I had other gimmicks, but I'm no selling right now.
Right. So
just
that's
no selling
so it was
because I'm
very
trying to make
area
this-
based. So you had the Northeast was a territory, the Mid Atlantic was a territory. That was the Carolinas and whatever. Then Florida was its own territory. Texas was its own territory. California was its own territory. The Midwest was its own territory. And it was all run by different people.
Okay.
Who all worked in this weird cabal
Yeah.
of the NWA.
Well, it's been compared to the mafia because they would have heads of each territory who would meet once a year and decide certain things.
See, Scott's laughing and doesn't understand that it was heavy.
It was super heavy.
No, I'm not laughing. I'm just kind of.
No, I saw you kind of laughed. Bro, I'm telling you, like, dudes were like, yo, I'll kill your
the
mother.
mafia reference.
But
Because
they were
I
like,
can smell the garlic.
like, Brody used to not have it.
I think I just popped
They would
it.
book Brody.
Garlic thing pops me. I can smell mafia. I can smell the garlic.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
No, but Scott, Brody they would be like, yo, so you do the gimmick. And he's like, I'll beat all you up.
Yeah, there was people who were
Like, Brody wasn't having it.
It was super involved, man. Super involved. So
That's a lot of people.
what
to beat.
happened was, so Vince McMahon's father owned the Northeast Territory. When the Vince McMahon that you know, that everybody knows,
Sure.
bought it from his father, he decided that he was going to raid all the other territories. There was sort of an understanding, like a respect, like you didn't do this unless you got clearance to do this. So Vince started raiding talent from everybody and offering big money and
He was
this.
set tripping.
Yeah, so he initially took Hogan from the AWA, which was Minnesota area.
I'll tell you, brother.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Gino.
So it went from Bob Backlund, who was the top guy for Vince's father for years.
I remember Bob.
The transitional guy was Iron Sheik. They needed a superhero, quote, to take the belt from Sheik. And that was Hogan. So all this stuff is happening at the same time. So he's starting to raid talent from here, and he's offering this big money, these big paydays. So these dudes are like, fuck it, I'll go to So gradually he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, putting these territories out of business. As they're going out of business, he's taking TV there. TV was super important, and it was localized cable at the time.
Yep.
I remember seeing it on some fucking shitty ass network fucking in New York. Like,
Yeah.
When you were in New York, what I'm saying is Gavin is breaking down the reason that every little network, you know, when you would watch the little shitty gimmick, Vince was like, I'm taking that. So whereas you would watch like your favorite guy, Vince would buy them out.
Right.
He's a
And then-
poacher.
So it was low, like, whereas when we grew up, you knew a certain guy.
yo, it,
that's
was,
my
it
favorite.
was Channel 9, WOR, I think is what it was.
That's what
That
Howard was on.
Yeah, that was
Right.
Vince's stuff.
That
And
was
it
Vince.
It was harness racing and wrestling.
Yeah.
It's funny to think about this now too, because the world we know now is super connected. You can, other than like the dirt sheets, which normal people would know nothing
Well,
about.
here's the thing.
You
But
never
See,
had an
here's where you're
idea.
gonna go back
You
to
only
where
knew-
Gavin's going to bring it all the way back.
You only knew the TV exposure you had. So in Philly, for whatever reason, we had, of course, we had the Vince stuff, but we also had early cable. We had TBS,
Right.
which showed Georgia Championship Wrestling, which turned into World Championship Wrestling, which eventually became WCW.
Zabisco.
Super Zabisco, Mark. Well, I mean, that's my
Did you ever
first.
hear the story when Zabisco
The cracker?
Excuse me, when Gavin got yelled at by his mom and said, "You better settle down," because he was jumping off the couch.
The first time I ever watched wrestling was a bit Larry Zbyszko turning on Bruno.
Nice.
And he fucking hits Bruno with a chair. So I'm going off. I don't even know. It was like 1979. So I'm going off, fucking having a riot in my
And she
living
said,
room.
Jeffrey,
and she said,
if you don't calm down, you're never going to
watch wrestling
this
again. Yeah, that's my first wrestling memory.
That's
Pop for that.
good. That's good.
Back to the gimmicks.
So we had a little bit more exposure than some parts of the country. Some parts of the country were so fucking isolated that they only knew those dudes there.
Right.
So they wouldn't know a guy who, unless he came traveling through.
But see, that's why it was so ill, though.
Yeah. Well,
That's why territories were so ill, because Flair would only come through once a year.
Right. It's a big deal.
Like, Flair came through to the convention center right after my father died. You know what I mean? I'm wearing bad shape. Lenny brings me, it's Dusty and Flair. I've told this story before. And Brian Pillman attacks Lenny.
Love that story. So what Vinny's saying is, so what happened was the NWA was the South. There's all these different territories, but they were under the umbrella of the NWA, which was the National Wrestling Alliance. Okay, so
The NWA.
when Vince started,
fucking crazy.
It still exists now.
when Vince started raiding talent and stuff, the NWA said, "Okay, well, if you're going to do that, we're going to run shows in your towns too." So we started getting NWA shows in Philly, like Vinny was saying. Like that never happened previous to Vince going out and stealing everybody's shit.
Right.
So all this coincides with Hogan being Vince's top guy. So obviously, as Vince is getting more exposure in these places that he was never in before because he's taken over the territories and the TV there, gradually everybody's going to Vince's product. So of course it starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And Hogan happened to be the top guy. So eventually, in the next couple of years, the entire country is run by Vince. Who's Vince's top guy? Hogan. That's how it crossed over.
Got it.
It was the first time ever that the entire country was watching one product.
Right.
It was.
I get it.
I couldn't put it more succinctly, more articulate than the OG. Seriously, anything with the biz, he puts it there.
Amen.
Hogan, you could put anyone in that spot.
Exactly.
Big, good-looking, blonde, put anyone in that spot. He couldn't work.
Yeah.
He still can't work. He couldn't talk. He still can't
He
talk.
was Johnny Bravo. He fit the suit.
You do
that's
do the
heavy.
deal, and
Like that.
what was the guy's name that we talked about? Hogan. You said he wrote me about.
Oh,
Hogan.
Chad.
So I hope we explained it. Hogan is the shits. He's always been
Hogan
the
was
shits.
just a guy, man. He just happened to be the guy. He was right place, right time. And then as it progressed, Hogan started to become a fucking cocksucker with his like demands in his contracts and his creative control and this and that, and just shitting on fucking lower dudes and refusing to put guys over and this and that and the other thing. He wasn't concerned about the business. He was concerned about Hogan business. And not for nothing, but again, it could have been anyone. It happened to be a guy who was pretty charismatic, who was... Now, Vince always had... This is another difference between Vince, WWF at the time, and NWA at the time. NWA, most of the time, had a heel champion. So it was always baby faces chasing the heel champion. Wow. Vince always had a babyface champion with heels going at the babyface. So for whatever reason, that resonated more so with the country.
Top.
Yes.
Right.
Whereas NWA was a little grittier, and it always had the heel as the top guy.
Which sounds way more entertaining.
Well, it absolutely was. And even a little fucking nuances like that matter a great deal in the big picture of stuff. It completely changes your product, your whole product. It's like a fucking pyramid, man. It goes down from the top. So you got a heel on the top that affects the rest of your fucking business. You got a baby face on the top, it affects the rest of your business. You know what I mean?
And it affects it to this day.
Absolutely.
When you have Cena or Roman or these guys.
Absolutely.
I've said this on the show mad times. Like at one point, I'm not gonna pretend or fake the funk now. Like Cena was my friend. I haven't talked to him in mad years, but when he was working, and I was in the front row all the time, I saw how it worked and how people marked out for certain things and didn't mark out for certain things. And what you have now is, how about on Raw when JBL was like, well, some people might respond differently. Then he said,
They don't know what to do. They're just trying to cover up the shit. Because the crowd is reacting
the bad guy is you're supposed to boo him, and the bad guy is coming out and they're cheering him because they're like us.
Yeah.
I mean, Philly's been hip to that since fucking the early 80s.
I mean,
Philly's always
Philly,
been,
like
there's certain towns that are heel towns. Philly's fucking absolutely one of them.
Yo.
Parts of New York.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Sicko's writing that down and
Sicko,
wasn't
write
even
that
told
down.
to.
Philly's a heel town.
Yeah, I don't even know what I said.
Philly is a heel town.
Yeah. So, okay, look back on the past, I'll say 15 years. The best title run Vince has had in the past 15 years was Punk with the belt as a heel with Heyman for over a year. That's the best run he's had in a very long time. What does that tell you? But Vince doesn't know. Like, Vince won't get it through his fucking head to not have a fucking babyface on the top.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's older than our moms, and Hunter is telling him, let's do this.
Yeah.
And he ain't listening.
Yeah.
And me and you made the joke, Vince runs shit, and Vince is what, 74 right now? I firmly believe Vince will live to 160,000 years.
And still be running the fucking
And
thing.
still be like,
he ain't
this is
stepping
what
down. Yeah. He ain't step. This is as good as it's getting right now.
Yeah, right now.
With
This is the best.
NXT and fucking the little bits you get here and there, that's as good. It ain't getting any better. So pick and choose, pals.
Yeah, fuckos.
Pick and choose.
What
Pick and choose pals.
territory? What territory was Glow in?
See,
Glow was a separate thing. Glow was.
I told you I'll give you the Glow documentary.
So,
Hey, but you already watched it, so just tell me.
Glow was a completely different thing. It was like a.
We're the gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
It wasn't wrapped up in
champions
that.
in the ring.
It was a separate thing to try and make money off of. It was the show that followed up wrestling on Saturday mornings. So they used to have roller derby back in the day.
I love that too.
Glow became for a period of time became the after show. So
You
they were
need a
just
little
trying to
TNA.
catch some
After all the sausage.
who were not going
need a
out for
little
that.
TNA.
so where does American Gladiator fall in all this? The original.
The
With
show
Blaze. Yeah, I mean, come on.
with the competition show.
I'll beat them all
What
up.
do you mean?
I thought that was real.
I
American
like
Gladiator.
Sloan where he's at right now. I'll beat them all up. Do you remember their names? Blaze.
There was Blaze was one of them.
Yeah,
Square
it
up
was,
with me.
It was
on.
similar to
Yo, Blaze. Square up with the kid.
Vinnie Paz has just issued
was-
a challenge.
He's like 72 now, I think.
No,
Vinny don't
Blaze.
care.
I don't care.
All right,
I'm 71.
Vinny will fight it with one hand then.
I'm with you.
If you bark, you better bite.
Blaze.
Don't think you can't catch one because you're 72.
All right, listen. Let's everybody settle down.
Yeah,
And you
take
gotta
it
bring
easy.
it back to something. No. Sicko, word association.
Yes, sir.
What do we call that? Is that what we're calling the skit?
The word gimmick.
I think it's called Sicko's Got a List.
I'm not mad with that. Sicko's got could be.
B.
How about a Dicko's got a list?
How
I'm not
about
mad at
how about punk rock and
That's
wrestling
cheap pop,
references?
but it's still a pop. It's like,
It's getting late.
hey Philly, how's the Eagles? Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
No, it's like
it's
when
like-
Mick Foley would be like,
yeah,
"How you doing?"
yeah.
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia, yeah.
Everyone pop. Pablo Cheap Pops.
It's the fucking when Spinal Tap's on The Simpsons. We were driving down Route 401 yesterday. That's right by my house.
Right.
There's your Millhouse reference. You want to do the thing? Do
Let's
the thing
do
and
the
do the
thing.
thing?
What I'm trying to say to the listeners is now we're going into the gimmick. What are we calling a word association? Is that what we're
I
calling
think
it?
last episode we said something like the word gimmick. Real simple, whatever.
Gimmick game. The one
Gimmick
thing
game,
was
whatever. I don't give a fuck. It
No,
is
I
what
don't
it
give
is.
a fuck either.
I don't need a
I
name.
thought we were calling it.
He's a jerk off.
Yes.
Was that,
Is this isn't that segment?
was
I
that
thought this-
really
I
necessary,
thought this
Scott?
was that segment. This isn't the.
He's a jerk off.
Really, Scott?
Let's do.
I thought
we could change it. We could change it every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Change it every week to
We
the
could change it
name?
every week and just call it whatever.
I still like the theme music though.
All right, I call him fuck face big nose.
Jesus
like it?
Christ!
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus Christ!
You're mad at that?
no.
This week's fuck face big nose.
I can't say it.
I mean, let's go.
Pablo just likes that motherfuckers ain't shooting on him.
Yeah,
Hey,
He
fuck
likes it
face big
anytime.
nose. Which way do you choose to go? Left or right? Fuck face big nose. You looking the other way, man.
you better
Oh,
start.
you talking to me?
He's trying to know.
You better throw some names out real quick.
You pick the direction.
Gavin
I'll go.
picks.
I'll go first. That's fine.
Now you threw me off the fucking game here.
No,
Now
I didn't.
I'm
You have
all,
a paper in front of your face.
Who? Vinny?
Sicko says some fucking shit, and we
He's
say
just
some
go-
words that are about the shit he says. There you go.
5 words or less.
Yeah.
5 words or less. Unless
Right.
you're Vinny.
A, how dare you? B, take
Vinny's
off.
actually been sticking to it. I gotta say.
Haven't I?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Let's start off with an easy one, gentlemen.
All right.
He's a jerk off.
The who?
Sorry, my bad.
No, we already did the Who.
Here we go. Do your first one.
Nah, he's got his finger on the button.
Nah, he won't. He
I ain't
won't do
falling
it.
for the banana and
I
tailpipe.
guarantee you he won't do it.
Yeah, that fills me with a lot
I
of
swear on my
confidence.
dad.
Oh.
All right. That's the only thing I
You
take
better not do
seriously.
it. Scott,
He's going to do it.
Scott, if you do it when I swear on my dad, like, I'm swinging.
We'll start with Gavin. We'll go that way.
Yeah.
Already, yeah.
All right, I'll start you off with an easy one.
Go.
The Beastie Boys.
Paul's Boutique, top 5 all time.
Like
Record.
that. Like that. That's a bold statement, sir. Vinnie Paz, the Beastie Boys.
Marley Marr said Paul's Boutique was the best idea of sampling ever.
Like that.
That's 27 words, but it's good.
I don't give a
Pablo,
fuck.
the Beastie Boys.
Paul's Boutique. Ask for Janice. Skip a Scott Stallone.
Like
He's
it.
a jerk off.
You just Heisman him?
Wow. Gavin.
Wow.
He's a jerk off.
Come on, man.
Yo,
Let's go.
everyone's laughing because Sicko just snubbed. He just snubbed.
Look, it wasn't in the
He
room.
snubbed Scott Stallone like he didn't even live.
I got
He's a
Gavin
jerk
so
off.
good. OG. Into another.
I'll be honest.
Be honest. So much to say, so few words.
It's not for me at all.
That was very diplomatic.
I'm trying to fucking turn over a new leaf, pal.
Really?
Be a nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
Be a nice guy.
Vincenzo.
Love Richie, love into another.
I do like, can I say one thing real quick? I do like that stupid Snowflake song.
I thought
do.
that's what you were going to
I really do like that song a
I
lot.
thought you were going to say, I feel like having a seance.
I do like that song. I feel
Pablo, into another.
Oh my God!
He's a jerk off.
I always got this. So
That's
you're not getting away from this.
Top 3. Ignore us is flawless.
ignore us.
I'm stealing the
I
floor.
like that he
I'm stealing
mispronounced
the
it,
floor.
but I'm with him.
I'm stealing
I
the floor.
am with him. It's ignore us, but I'm with him.
I'm with him too.
Into another. That's
As a matter of fact, I think that's going to be some ink that I get
I feel you.
in the near future.
I feel you.
It's Pablo's
if I ever get a job.
Pablo's theme song.
Gavin, the Roxy Music.
Where's that mute button?
Best scene in Lost in Translation.
Whoa. Never saw it.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. I never got around to it. And I know that it's a very good movie.
Strapper for not seeing the movie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just never got around to it. I will.
You'll never want to go to Japan though after you watch that.
I don't want to go to Japan. in the
Yeah,
first
everyone
place.
wants to go to Japan.
Yeah.
What a jerk off.
I
No
don't
one
e-
wants to go to Japan.
I don't even
anyway.
want to leave Philly.
Well, now that the nuclear waste gimmicks all over the place, fuck no.
Should I?
Yeah, let's go play.
All right. Scott. Pablo, Roxy Music.
Scott, I tried. Scott, I tried, man.
I'm not.
Now you're
I'm
on
not.
your own, pal.
I'm not going to reply out of protest. I want Scott back in the game.
I like that.
Thank you, PG.
All right. So we'll have a 3-man game over here.
Whoa.
Yo, don't you control the microphones?
I got my finger on the mute button. He has no idea.
You think I need a microphone to be heard?
He's got a point.
That is a point.
All right. Gavin. Yeah. The Roy Orbison.
Top 10 vocalist of all time.
Vincenzo.
Was that more than 5?
It was 6.
We'll use all time as one word.
Yeah, hyphenated.
Then it was 5.
Always makes me sad.
Yeah.
I will take that. He gets one last chance. Scott Stallone. Roy Orbison.
Super emotional vocal kills me every fucking time. You're a jerk off.
Love it. Yeah. Love the pop at the end. I pop for the end.
Go ahead, jerk off.
He's laughing.
Never got him. Guess he can live.
Wow.
All right.
When you live a happy life, man, what's there to be sad about? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
His vocals just
He's
fucking
dead, first of all. So
No, I'm talking about me.
Wow.
Why be so depressed, man? Life is great.
Wow.
I want to fall in love
that's
with you.
That's Chris Isaac. First
Thank you.
right.
No, it didn't. He covered a Royal Orbison. So I said,
Settle down, man. Don't play
Stop
yourself.
him. Yeah.
You're going to play yourself on air.
Man, give him the fucking crook.
I'm trying to tell him,
Help
don't play
him
yourself
out.
on air.
Where's Sandman Sivs at?
I'm about to yoke him.
Dwight Yoakam?
All right.
All right, that was good.
All right, you get that one.
Vaudeville Yoakum.
OG, The Violent Femmes.
First album, brilliant. That's it.
I am Vinnie, I am a Vinnie, and I love my drink. I am Vinnie, I am the Vinnie, and I love my drink. I love my drink, and I love drinks. I love my drink. Nah, jokes aside.
That's
Amazing band, super smart. The fact they had hits is funny to punk rock dudes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Stallone, The Violent Femmes.
First acoustic punk, not Billy Bragg.
I'm not mad at that.
That was all right.
That was all right.
Too many words, but that was all right.
First band I slam danced to.
I
You
was
can slam dance to anything.
I was
Fucking Gaylord.
I was gonna say Bonner Mixer Slam Dance.
Slammed your
Yeah,
pud,
he got
pal.
fucking mashed out.
I just said pud.
He did.
Slammed your pud.
I want you to slam your pud.
Not Pud.
Not pud.
Pud.
Gavin. The Jane's Addiction.
I feel like we did this before because I had a
I don't usually call him out. He definitely did this before.
Yeah.
But he's taking great care.
He is, but I'm just saying he definitely did this.
I ain't perfect.
Oh, really?
Shut
Shocker. Shocker.
It's Gavin's turn. He's got the mic. You be quiet.
Side 2,
Here we go.
Last John, brilliant.
That was like 77 words.
Side 2, Last John, brilliant.
Which album?
Feesive. I don't know. No, not any of the reunion
Gimmick.
fucking whatever.
No, I know. The first album and the second album.
The fucking one. Not Nothing Shocking, the other one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm very surprised.
Listen, I got a sensitive side, man.
Yo, we know that.
Put that shit on with the ladies.
We know
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yo, don't swing on me.
How dare you?
Vinnie Paz, Jane's Addiction.
Jane says, I'm done with Sergio. That's 5.
Well done.
Says, I'm done with Sergio.
Wow,
Treats me like a rag doll.
That's more than 5.
No, I went more, but I said the first gimmick. Sicko, fuck you. I said the first gimmick. Gavin's
This
giving me
game is
headaches.
not supposed to be this hostile.
How am I giving you headaches? What'd I do?
You did a gimmick, and I fixed it.
All right, then.
Jane says she's done with Sergio.
Stallone, Jane's Addiction.
Snuck
That-
in. Snuck it.
Give it to him.
What? Snuck
treat
in
me like a rag
to
doll.
TT's Boston first tour. Blew my mind.
Pablo.
Coming down the mountain.
I like that.
I'm not mad.
I'm going to say
I mean, he's corny, but I'm
I can't. I mean, not as good as you, Paz. but-
great band with the worst members.
agreed.
Yeah.
Well done.
Way
Like, hey,
better.
Well done.
Everyone in that band,
Everyone in
Agreed.
that band is a strapper.
Agreed.
Like that album.
but Nothing Shocking is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard.
It's great.
And the other album is a very close
I
behind
would
it.
typically be like, "You're such a." Everyone in that band is a jerk off, and the first two albums are good.
Absolutely.
We all in agreement?
Exponentially greater than the sum of its parts. Absolutely.
OG. Creedence Clearwater Revival.
I like them more than you'd think.
Pazzy.
Big fan.
Stallone.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Good.
4th of July picnics.
I like that. I like that.
I'm good with everyone's answer.
Mine is Voice Gives Me Chills.
Yeah, it does.
He's a heavy.
Plus, you gotta go.
Looking out
At the
my back
door.
door.
He's a heavy dude.
Subjects
Oh,
give
yeah,
me
yeah.
chills. Like relatable beyond.
Yeah.
You know.
He did the white trash relatable gimmick,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gavin, the movie Scarface.
Every couple years, try to like it.
Vinnie Paz.
Worst film ever made.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn it.
Horseshit.
Stallone.
Don't rappers know? It turns out bad.
I'm not mad at that.
Not at all.
Hard to top chainsaw scene.
True. True.
Disagree.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
You didn't ask if she was hot.
Right.
The movie is trash.
Horrible movie. I still like it.
I mean,
If I
are you
gotta be
saying,
honest-
is it a horrible movie or am I going to watch it?
No, it's a horrible movie.
It's in every way you could possibly imagine.
Like,
it's horrible,
hell,
and I watch it.
Hell, he nails the accent.
Yeah, that song when they're bringing the money into the bank. Take it to the limit. Do 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 do.
Can you keep dancing, please?
I could. The Gavin Operation Ivy.
We did them before.
He's crazy.
That I'm positive we did before.
All right, let's go to the next one. The Jay-Z.
This is good.
I got an even better one coming up next.
Video with Ruben.
Yes.
Masterpiece.
Yes. Not mad at that at all.
Pazzy, this one's going to be a little bit difficult for you to keep under 5 words,
Okay.
but I feel confident. Jay-Z.
Top 5, dead or alive.
Nailed it. Stallone.
Yeah, top 3.
Ooh, that's a bold statement, sir.
Philly footwork. Streets is watching.
Okay.
Not mad.
And I'm pretty much echoing exactly what Pazzy said.
Yeah, echoing.
Yeah.
All right.
Echo.
All right, we'll see how that works out for him. The Gavin. Coldplay.
Oh, no.
Is it time? Okay, all right. Coldplay.
Frat boys trying to be sensitive.
Nailed it.
Brilliant.
Pazzy. Coldplay.
Okay, I'm going way over 5 words.
You're allowed to on this one.
Well,
I give you permission.
it's my gimmick. So anyone who wants to fight me can come fight me.
Always with the fighting with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
We still love you.
I don't count myself in that, so you don't have
No.
to apologize to me.
I'll beat Pablo up in like 2 seconds.
I like how Pablo actually said nothing and he's catching the beating.
Because he knows I love him.
I know. Coldplay, Vin.
Worst douche that ever lived. But
Ooh, I like the butt.
from what I
There you
know,
go.
I could be wrong. So this is why I'm talking too much. Okay? From what I think there was a song when they first came out called Yellow.
Best of their whole catalog. Yes.
And it was all yellow. If I'm right, I take that L. If I'm wrong, you guys can all dump a
No,
drink
you're
on my
right.
head.
You're right. It was on the first record.
There was a song called Yellow by these D-bags that I dug. He is, so far what we have in terms of who's worse, Ricky Rackman. I can't beat him. This dude is close from Coldplay. He's close. Can't win. He's close, but I do really like this song called Yellow by that band. I don't care if you guys
I don't know.
shit on me. Like,
Hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day. You know,
it was a really good pop
Right.
song. And it was all
Stallone.
yellow.
the Coldplay.
Owe everything to the band Travis.
No idea what he
If
just
you
said.
don't know the band Travis,
Yeah. No,
you should fucking know the band Travis.
P. Jiggy, the Coldplay.
Always be waiting for you. Love Coldplay.
what was that?
Love Coldplay.
Of course.
You didn't know the song I sung though?
Yeah, Yellow. But that ain't the song I'm going with.
My apologies.
excuse me.
No,
Yellow solid song.
excuse me.
I don't even think that's one of their big songs.
I agree with you.
Because I'm a fan. I know the albums, man.
He knows deep cuts, son.
Yeah, deep cuts. Cool.
Deep cuts.
Deep cuts. Gavin, AC/DC.
Oof.
Oh shit, I got mine.
I know this answer. I want to hear how he articulates it, but I already know he's a mark.
Flawless formula, more brilliant than they seem.
Okay. Pazzy.
Oof. You're gonna yell at me for saying too much.
Nah, I'm used to it at this point.
I can't do it, man. I'm literally getting upset. I get upset about Bond the way I get upset about Philip Lynott.
Really?
So I know that's too much.
No.
Like, I think it's.
It's from the heart.
Don't blame me.
No, I'm being dead serious.
It's whack that he tapped the way he did, the same way Philip. But I think it's awesome that they managed to go on.
Meh.
That's kind of cool to me.
Yeah.
Like, without being shitty.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
you know what is shit. Like,
And the fact
like-
that the guy was a fucking roadie, it was kind of like
Right,
okay,
like, what-
he wasn't
like
some
to-
guy who fucking answered a fucking ad.
Yeah.
to
You know what I mean?
me, and people can, like, Sammy Hagar is a mockery. Like, Van Hagar is a mockery after David Lee Roth. Like,
Who's worse?
Counts even an argument is beyond
who's
me.
worse?
Who's worse?
I know.
Who's worse? Sammy Hagar or Ricky Rackman?
Ricky Rackman.
Ricky Rackman.
It's hard, man. He's
It's
gonna
not
be
even
hard to top.
close.
Hey, oh.
I told Gavin from the rip, I have someone worse, and he was like, "Who?" And I was like, "I'm too drunk."
Yeah.
I had him
That's
beat.
an unsanctioned match.
No, I'm just telling you, I had him beat, and he was like, "Well, beat me then." And I was like, "Free on it."
It's very difficult to top what Bond did. How do you go on after that?
Yeah.
You put out fucking Back in Black, which is
Yeah.
probably like
But
the
what I'm
most
saying
brilliant
is
record ever.
That's like a flawless record.
But what I'm saying is, I have respect for the fact that Brian
Yeah.
did what he did. I'm
I
not
mean,
saying I'm a fan. I'm not going to go into the whole deal.
Can we
of, like,
think of off the top of our heads of another situation
That
where
happened?
anyone's done that
Not for lead singer,
even
but
adequately?
I think that
No,
the Pretenders.
I think it's got to be lead singer because
I agree
that's
with Sicko.
I know,
That's
but I'm
such a
thinking
big
like
part of it.
Pretenders were great even after James Honeyman Scott.
yeah, but
Now I'm with Sicko.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's apples and oranges, but
yeah,
lead singer's tough.
yeah.
Then there's Journey.
I was gonna say, were you talking about Journey?
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying. He studied it.
Yeah, he was just a voice impersonator, basically.
He was basically, what do you call a cover band?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened with
I'm fucking kidding when I
with
say
Priest. No, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
But the dude, he was great, and I know you guys aren't in the metal anymore. But what I'm saying is, the dude Ripper Owens like hit every Rob Halford note,
Yeah, absolutely.
and that's awesome if you're in that world.
Right.
If any of this is making any sense,
It's that fucking.
But what Brian
Mark
Johnson did
Wahlberg.
was a
It's that
huge
Mark-
swerve. Like he
for
didn't.
me, what Brian Johnson did was really fucking
Rockstar.
cool, and I
Rockstar.
thought that was awesome.
Absolutely.
And I think he made awesome records with them.
and he never tried to be Bond. He just came out.
No, he was just a drunken dude who would
Yeah.
go on Howard, drunk out of his mind.
Mhm.
And like, yo, I'm who I am.
Yeah.
When you're who you are,
Exactly.
I don't have heat. If you do pop music, Bieber music, I don't got heat.
Yeah.
When you take the L. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely does.
Cool. What are we
Go,
doing?
Jiggy.
Dirty deeds, thunder cheeks.
Thunder cheeks.
Should we build or no? Just that it?
Dirty deeds, thunder cheeks.
Just real quick, Pablo thought it was Dirty Deeds,
It is.
Thunder Cheeks.
Yeah.
It is. That's
And that's a shoot. That's not
Sure.
that's
That's
not
a
being
shoot.
funny.
Just like I used to think it was Bald Headed Woman by the Bee Gees.
Bald-headed woman.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you want me to take it there? 'Cause you already
We'll be here all night with that.
Sicko, we'll be here all night.
Ah! Plus, the next one I got is great. You ready?
Yeah,
Are you ready? I don't think he's ready.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm ready.
Gavin, the OJ.
OJ Simpson?
The OJ. OJ. Like there's any other. No, I'm talking about orange
I
juice.
did, I never, ever sell him up the river, but he just was like, what?
I didn't know if you.
Like, who
I
else is-
questioned it for a second because I didn't know if you said the OJs.
No.
Right.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Well,
yeah,
okay.
Now I have to take an L.
Yeah, me too. I
Fine.
apologize, Jeffrey.
Fine.
Thank you.
The OJ.
Series that was just on was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
I didn't think so.
Fuck out of here. It was brilliant. Oh, stop it.
Yeah, it was bad.
You're so hard to please, pal.
Terrible. I am.
You terrible. You're fucking out of your mind.
Agreed.
It was terrible. Vinny,
Out of here.
the OJ.
The gimmick that was just on TV was incredible.
It was better than the real story.
It was better than him.
Yeah.
I like my life. I would love to.
Stallone, the OJ.
Prefer him running through airports.
Shit.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
Any level.
right.
Go.
If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
And I'm
Hold on, Sicko. Do you think that OJ did it? No.
You know, I always did, and then somebody I forget who it was, but somebody brought up the sun
Me,
theory.
I did.
Do you,
I'm not saying I
you
believe
know the
it.
book that I own? It's called I Have Proof That OJ Didn't Do It. That's the book that I own.
No, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So apparently, his son, Jason,
Right.
did the jigga.
Right. And
OJ was like, I got to take this out.
And if that's the case, OJ's a fucking hero.
Come here, Nicole. Let me cut your head off.
Cut your head off.
I'm torn between either doing I would love to
I would love to.
or making a Naked Gun reference. So,
Well, whatever you want to do.
yeah, I like the I love to. Gavin, Sam Raimi.
Good one.
No,
What the fuck?
he does. He just,
No.
He knows.
I don't know. Pass.
Wow. Vinnie Paz, Sam Raimi.
Broke my head and then changed my life.
Stallone.
Yeah. Actor in.
Bruce Campbell.
Oh, Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
I pop for Bruce Campbell
Every time.
Every time.
Me too.
Nice. Jiggy.
Evil Dead and Spider-Man 2 classics.
Agreed.
I agree with the first half of
Done
that.
did it. Done did it.
Gavin. Crass.
Huge mark Huge mark. Like Steve, ignorant.
Nice. Pazzy?
Supposed to like him, but I don't.
Fair enough.
Went through a phase. Roommate.
Don't know the music, like the logo.
Gavin. Lady Gaga.
I'm a mark.
Pazzy?
I love Lady Gaga. Super mark. God bless that girl.
Stallone. The Gaga.
Saw her 2010 Grammys. Opposite Elton. Killed.
Yes.
Pablo.
Respect needs to go back to being a heel.
No, I'm not mad.
I'm not mad at
okay.
that. I would say, like her, I don't care about her music. But I like her.
I'm not mad at that. She's a fucking New York Dago.
Yeah.
That's for me. She's a New York WAP. Good songwriter. I'm down with anything. Cool.
Gavin. The TV series Louie.
Pablo just popped himself.
Pablo's an idiot. Makes me think more than laugh.
No, I like that. Pazzy. The TV series Louie.
I love it so much that it makes me sad.
I like that. Stallone.
Situations are ridiculous. Funnier the next day. I fucking went over, but
I pooped my pants.
And I'm going to say could be the greatest show of all time.
I'm not gonna debate. It's 100% top five.
It's when
we can go
art.
for another
It's
episode later.
When it's officially over and done and there's like time between it.
Yo,
I'm not gonna argue with you.
did you hear what happened to Porker Posey? In season 3? Did you hear what happened to Porker Posey in season 3?
He's breaking my balls.
She
Why
dies,
you love
or-
her or something?
Remember, my recommendation last episode was season 3 of Louie.
Oh.
And I started talking about the last episode, and
Parker
I'm
Posey's
supposed to be
hot.
responsible for fucking jerk offs not
Sicko.
watching a show 5 years
Sicko,
ago.
tell him what happened to The Sixth Sense.
All right, that was good.
I mean, I'm not mad at him.
The chicken-
butler did it.
The chicken the crying game was a
butler
dude.
did it. The butler did it. I just popped. I had to put my drink down. I'm laughing so hard. Stop looking.
I gotta see where we're
No, man. Get out of here.
Gavin.
Wow.
Bob Seger. Or Seagar.
Huge Seeger mark,
I know you are.
especially later stuff.
Pazzy.
Here I am. No, Joe. Nah, I'm a Seager mark like Gavin. Like we had this side talk. I get that the hits are the hits. Seager's official pistol.
Okay. Stallone.
Yeah, all day.
if I never hear the hits again, ...
Talking about the night moves.
Like it. Like when Jiggy sings. And I'm going to say top 5 worst all time.
Not
How
mad
dare
at
you.
that.
I hate Bob Seger
Not mad
with a
at that.
fury that has heretofore never been seen.
Gavin,
Not mad
can
at
you
that.
I'm
stand up
sorry
and beat
that-
him up? Or you don't want to move the mic?
I mean,
He's too lazy.
yeah.
The only reason you're not getting thumped is
Because
we're
it's
not
4
getting
in the
up.
morning.
I'm not
None of you
mad
are
at
getting
that.
up.
No. It's not 4.
I'm actually
I think
backing up Sicko on this.
you'll both get beat up. If I didn't have to piss my
Are you
pants,
whoa-whoa-whoing?
no, but if I have to pee, I'll just knock both of you out. Like 2 punches.
All right, here you go. Gavin.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Just happened it came up in the order.
That's super
too.
heavy.
I wrote this like 2 months ago.
Both. Oh, fuck.
5 words or less.
Yeah. I'm going over. Both greatest and worst thing to happen to the business.
Pazzy.
Hate and love.
Stallone.
Visionary, tyrant, heel.
Okay. Go ahead.
Liked him better as an announcer.
Okay. I like that. Gavin.
Yeah.
Upper Darby's own. Jim Croce.
Is that right?
Oh yeah,
I
same high school.
Fuck.
Pride and Joy, baby.
Like that's a whole gimmick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Him and Tina Fey.
That's heavy. I love the Tina Fey.
And
Love
isn't
this-
Todd Rundgren?
Yes.
Yes.
Too? Yeah.
Love the song Operator.
Love that fucking song. Pazzy?
I used to hang out with this dude when I used to do drugs and sell drugs, and his whole house was what do you call that?
Shrine.
A shrine to him.
Really?
I know that's way too many words. Like I'd be whacked out of my head.
Do I know this person?
No. Like he might be dead. We would be in there, and the whole crib was a shrine to.
Wow.
Was that like his parents' kind of deal, or was that him?
To Croce,
Yeah.
it was like his cousin's uncle's gimmick.
Makes sense.
And I was like, this is normal. Gooba gooba.
Hello.
Hello.
Stallone?
Love entire Too Small catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he own the Flyers?
Wow. That was
See.
good. That was good.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. But
Gavin, steampunk. What comes to your mind when I say steampunk?
Some jerk off who was trying to hit on Jackie in Ohio.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay. Pazzy, thoughts on steampunk?
I'm not being sarcastic. I don't know what that means.
I didn't for
If
a
you tell
very
me-
long time.
If you tell me, I'll jump on it.
I don't
Swear.
need-
It's
Yeah,
It's dudes in monocles. And like, yeah, I don't even know how to put it. Do you know what it is, Scott?
I thought it was a dry cleaning service for like Doc Martens or something.
that's the best one of the round table.
That is good.
that should be your answer.
Pablo?
Wish you never told me about it.
Yeah. Hope they all die.
Okay.
They all die.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm in a shitty mood.
I hope people die too.
Yeah. Gavin, Muhammad Ali.
Kaylee made an awesome puppet for Report.
I love that.
Oh, no, we talked about this.
Yeah.
I
And
love
she-
that. Pazzy,
Me?
can you do this one in 5 words? You get leeway on this one.
Nah, I can't do it in 5 words.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying.
I
You
really
get
can't.
leeway.
No, I really
It's
can't.
a fighter.
Brilliant fighter. Brilliant on the stick. Isn't as great as people think he is. Let the hate begin.
As a fighter,
As
you mean?
a fighter, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'll name people who would have washed.
I would not
No
argue
question
with
about
that.
that. That's not what I'm going to say. though.
Marciano.
Absolutely. Stallone?
More important politically than in the ring.
Unknown fact, real name Cassius Clay.
See, I ain't mad.
That just won.
That's super pop me.
That one.
Well done, sir.
Super Pop.
Yeah, it was super pop. all
This
day.
one was by request from a gimmick ganger.
Oh boy.
Biohazard.
Biohazard.
That was a weird. High Bio is a weird because Evan Seinfeld is a hardcore band and a metal band. I don't know.
I ain't mad at them. Well, they ain't my thing so much.
They
but
can live?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That
Pazzy?
first album can live all day, Bubba.
What's the first
Stallone?
record called?
It's a gimmick.
Punishment? No,
No, that was
the,
the second one.
the deal.
The Urban Discipline.
No, that was later, I think.
I don't remember.
That's not it. What's the
Whatever.
first
I
The
just
first
remember
one
it
was
had
good.
Across the Tracks.
No, that's the demo, man.
No, it was on the album.
Was it? All right then.
Stallone?
like the logo, I think.
Yeah.
Pablo?
Yeah, first album dope. That's it.
I like the demo.
And with that said, we're going to a break. You stupid stunad.
Stunad.
We'll see you in a minute.
Hey, this is Johnny Marr. You're listening to and the Boys on the Broadsheet Breakdown.
Fucking jerk offs.
Hey, yo.
I fucking hate you.
What do you mean you hate us?
You know.
Why do you hate us?
You know.
No, I don't.
Don't play like you don't know.
Who was that
That's
drop?
not fair.
Was that
Whatever.
Johnny fucking Marr?
Whatever. Cody
That's
Mack
not-
Cody Mack's looking out for me. That's all that matters. What up, Cody?
So,
That was Johnny fucking Marr.
yeah, but we cut Sicko off.
My close personal friend Johnny Marr did a drop for me in my show,
Take a walk.
I didn't hear that.
but
Neither did I.
since I'm surrounded by fucking jealous bastards
All he said was
who can't
John-
handle it,
You're listening to beep.
You're trying to say
And the
we're
broadsheet-
jealous of you.
it's all right. We know what really
Hold on, hold on,
happened.
hold on.
We know how it went down.
Nobody's jealous of you.
Cody Mack, tell the people how it went down.
I'm going to keep it 100. There's like 300 million people in the United States, and nobody's jealous of you.
You're saying not one.
He is 300 million in the bottom.
What about like cats and dogs? Are they jealous of him?
Whatever, man. We
now I
bought
got
dinner.
Pablo, Cheapo Tip of the week.
You got something.
We got nothing.
We got dead air.
Well, I mean, you sprung it on me, but I think we got
How dare you?
or
What do we got?
I don't know.
Do we have?
Trains off the rails,
It
kids.
is.
Oh,
I think we're happy that Vinny sang it now.
Are you referring to?
Fucked it up again. I love it.
Oh, God.
Fucking-
Yo,
your keyboard's all
Yeah, I
backwards.
know.
this shit's all fucked up.
Bong.
Top notch engineer we got there, buddy.
Keep hitting buttons till you
I
find
got it
it.
here somewhere.
No.
I got it for you both.
Wait.
Hello.
I'll take the Sicko intro at this point.
Wait. Here it is. Fuck. Wow.
It's in your other keyboard.
Should we just sing it Acapulco?
I mean,
There it is. No.
He's in his
he doesn't even know what he's doing.
The fuck is
I
going
thought
on?
it was on like the Ninth Ivory. I think I saw it there.
The ninth ivory.
Wow.
I
That's
saw the-
technical.
Blow.
That's Bruce Willis.
What's the deal?
This one is a straight up cheapo tip. This isn't like any psychology shit. This is a straight up tip. You can use it anywhere in America. This one's beautiful.
Pablo's Cheapo
There it
Tip of
is.
the week.
All right.
We got it under control.
So right now I'm working near the airport, Philadelphia International. Not a lot of places to eat. Right, so but we go out to lunch every day. The cafeteria's whack, so we go out to lunch to eat every day.
Okay.
The option we don't got many options.
Okay.
So
You don't bring a lunch?
nah, I can't.
No. He's right. He's
And,
right.
and it's a big thing in the
It's a big
the
gimmick.
corporate community to all go out to lunch together. So if you're that dude, it's like, nah, I'm going to eat at my cube. Then you get like shunned by the other dudes. So you want to go out to lunch with everybody,
Not
Understood.
shunned.
or you get shunned.
Understood.
Dwight Schrute shunned?
But doesn't
Yeah.
that in
Yes,
itself,
yes.
doesn't that kill you having to spend money every day?
No, because the making of the lunch, I'm already making 3 lunches
Wait a
for my
second.
kids.
You
The
wa-
4th lunch will put me over the edge.
You
Gotcha.
don't make your own fucking lunch after all that shit?
No.
Well, I think you just don't like the taste of Lysol.
Because then I got to carry. It's the carrying of the second bag. Like I already got my backpack. Now I got to carry a second bag.
Yeah.
And that just fucking gets me pissed. That's the whole reason why I quit the gym. Because then I was another bag.
Too many bags.
Too many bags,
man.
dude.
Too
Now,
many
you know what I'm
bags.
saying?
Bag man.
You got to
Lot
be
of
able to
bags,
run when the
lot of
heat's on. You know what I'm
bags.
saying? So one backpack, that's it.
Pick up that 3-card
So
Monte game and go.
Right. So these heads want to go out to eat every day. So I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So we got Wendy's, we got Chick-fil-A, we got Arby's, and then we got like a bar and like a hot dog place, whatever. But a lot of these guys are cheap. So we do.
Oh, they're cheap.
So we end up doing fast food more times out of not. So what happens is you go to Wendy's, right? You get whatever. The bottom of the receipt it says, fill out a survey, get $2 off.
Oh, no.
But you got to do it quick. You got to do it within like 48 hours. So I go right home. You do this our online survey. They give you the code. Bang, that's $2 off the next meal. The part you're gonna love, Paz, is so I'll go there 2 days later with the coupon gimmick, and it's always a new fucking employee. And they don't know what the fuck the code is. So now the manager got to come over.
Because nobody on the planet does the survey except you.
It's the
They're like, what the fuck? We got a survey?
The fucking lunch rush.
You're
is
breaking
backing
down
up.
the whole Wendy's system.
Yeah, he's like, call corporate.
Wait, yeah, I mean,
they're so fucking mad.
I want to pretend like I don't know what he means, but he broke up the whole shit.
Yeah.
And the same with Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, you go to like mychickfil-a.com or whatever. Bang, you do that.
MyChickFilA.com?
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but bang, you get that. You fill out that.
You fill out your right-wing weirdo, hate everybody questionnaire.
Right. They're like, if you hate gays, we'll give you a free chicken sandwich.
We'll give you extra pickles.
I'll fill that shit out every day.
Chick-fil-A is very anti-gay. They're very religious.
And I think they also own Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
I don't know about that. You may be right. They're very anti-women. They're anti-choice.
Yeah. Oh, I'm anti-women.
They make a fucking awesome bird, though. Let me tell you. So that one, they get your whole free sandwich. You get a whole free sandwich from them.
Okay.
And you can even do the cheapo gimmick. It's a little free one for y'all.
Uh-oh.
You eat half the sandwich, right? And you go back up. You're like, yo, this thing's all fucked up. They give you a new sandwich, and they don't take the old one because they're like, we're not allowed to touch the food after it crosses the counter.
Yep.
So now you got yourself a new ass meal right there.
Yep.
You give that to someone you're with.
Do you fill out the surveys by like dipping a stick in the ketchup and check it off the shit?
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Those little cups that you get at the Wendy's with the gimmick. You know what I mean?
I'll
You
say
get the little cups for the ketchup in Wendy's.
Yeah.
With the thing.
Yeah.
Do you jab a stick in there to fill out the survey? I can just see
like
you doing
using
that.
his ink?
Yeah. You're saving.
No, it's
you're
all
saving
online. That's
on,
the beautiful part.
Yeah.
And
like, here's what I'll say about this, and you called it at the beginning, too. This doesn't even run to the deep psychological problems that you have. This is like some shit that my mom would do. Like, a lot of normal people do this.
Man.
But my thing is, why would you go to all that trouble for like a $3 sandwich?
Because it adds up. You go there twice a week.
I mean,
and then you got to work the gimmick where they know that you did the survey. So they're like, yo, you did this. You got to do this again in 30 days. Unless you have a different email account. So now you're opening up other Gmail accounts because you want to make that. You want to get that shit twice a week.
I mean, it's really
Pablo at Wendy'sRules.com. Pablo at Wendy'sIsNotSoGreat.com. Depends on what your mood.
Exactly.
Pablo at I'm fucking your survey once again.com.
Yeah.
But if you do have a legit problem with the restaurant, you then tell them in this survey. So I think it is very helpful.
It's way too much work. As someone who has worked many years in the service industry, fuck you. Fuck you people who fill out surveys.
Right.
Fuck secret shoppers. Fuck all that.
Yo, seriously, I went into a restaurant the other day that had a fucking, this is a Yelp-free zone.
Yeah,
on the
you know,
front. I was
right?
like, fucking right.
Dude, don't even get me started
Fucking
on that
Yelpers.
shit. People are making like $8 an hour just trying to fucking get by.
Yeah.
And because you got the wrong fucking pickle, you ruined somebody's fucking job.
Exactly.
Fuck
Wrong
you.
pickle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got major heat with that shit.
Me too.
Major
you know
heat.
why? Because this fucking jerk off, when we go to McDonald's, he's like, I need 2 cheeseburgers plain, blah, blah, blah. He's ordering custom shit at McDonald's. And he's like, they got fucked it up again. I'm like,
No, I'm
dude,
the exact opposite.
order 1 to 5, motherfucker. Order a number.
I'm the exact. If they fuck it up, I go, you know what? I'm buying a $2 hamburger. I take the L.
No, you didn't. Not last time. You don't do
Liz,
custom orders.
First of all,
at
when's
fast
the last
food.
time you were at fucking McDonald's with me?
At May.
Me and you, we go to nice restaurants when we go
We
out
do.
on
We
dates.
fancy
All
that.
right?
We go to IKEA.
So first of all, throw that shit out the window. How dare you?
In May, he says.
Yeah.
Telling you, when you go out on a Pablo date, he treats you well.
And Arby's, if you do the gimmick at Arby's, they start sending you online coupons.
Who
So
the
bang.
fuck goes to Arby's?
Where is there an Arby's?
It's so good. The one I go to is fucking empty every single time. I don't know. It's a fucking
Yeah, 'cause
front for
nobody
something.
eats that shit.
It's a front for something.
They see
Right.
you pull up. Here he comes
Yeah.
on one of the weeks.
Yeah, right.
After
Because
Seinfeld
nobody
went
else knows how to get to 1985.
I think
Oh, I like that.
I think the meat is all the same meat, but they just dye different colors because they have like 5 meats there
Well,
now.
after Seinfeld went off the air and their fucking putty wasn't bringing up
Yeah.
Arby's, they fucking lost anything they had.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You are one cheap motherfucker, I'll tell you. Well, I guess that's another journey into
Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
I hated this one. Hated it.
Yeah, you didn't say a word.
I think
it was annoying. Like it annoyed me to think of doing all that.
The problem is because of my loyalty to Pablo. Like I start to feel a certain way. Like I almost feel bad.
Yeah.
Like I almost want to take a break on it.
It's like it gets to be too much.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
You're saving too much money?
No, I'm trying to. As usual, I'm looking out for you. Like I feel like we need to take a little bit of a break.
And you have to understand,
and just build up some.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting a little secondhand embarrassment when he does these things.
We take this shit home with us. This weighs on us, you know?
True
You don't
that.
think this is your everyday life. We're like, God, that poor bastard. Like we start to feel bad.
Let's. I'm thinking we're gonna take a little hiatus.
You gonna call a moratorium?
A little bit,
a little while.
bit. Not. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
What do you think of that?
It's possible that there might be a little.
We'll have a meeting on it.
But,
there might be a little vacation.
All right.
Wow.
I'm looking out for you, pal.
My world is here to be had. You know what I'm saying?
There's your tagline.
Yeah.
I mean, my world is
here to be had.
All right, then.
Well, it is what it is.
Pablo, what do we got in our mailbag? What are the people asking this week?
What we got? Let me open it up. Well, maybe we fish around a little bit.
Right.
All right.
The physical mail, they sent you, letters through the mail.
Yes.
Oh, we get letters. What is
This
that? That's like the
one-
old Soupy Sales song.
Back with a Vengeance is correct.
Yes!
For Mr. Pablo.
The new Jedi Mind Tricks hype man.
Yes. So, correct says, Pablo, I like the new moniker, Professor Fitness. Very cool.
I can't wait for
But
this.
let me ask you, since you're into fitness and all, can you recommend a jaw exercise to fit this dick in your mouth?
Whoa!
Shit.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Good
That was all
God, man.
That's why it made the cut. You know.
All right, correct. Yeah.
Next time I'm in Vegas, I'll show you the exercise personally.
What's your answer?
Yeah, he knows it. He's just not going to reveal it.
Yeah. This next one, it isn't a question, but last week me and Paz and the late Riley Martin were talking about underground bases and what have you. And this guy emailed us who claims to be a military electronic warfare instructor
Ooh,
for the U.S. military. And he said, yo, not one Air Force guy ever mentioned UFOs to me. However, everyone I know that worked on a submarine believes in USOs, which is an unidentified submerged object.
Oh, word?
And has a story.
Really?
Yeah,
And-
so let's give me the story.
Whoa.
And right. He was like, went in the whistle, and he's like, that's all as deep as I can get right now. But just wanted to let you know that you guys are onto something. I'm
He
like,
don't
all right.
he don't have a story then. I
Boo
got.
Earns, man.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
getting excited. I
Boo
thought we were
Earns,
getting
yeah.
something. That's a Boo Earns.
This one is for, I guess, the Paz and OG from our boy Lewis. He says, what was the inspiration for starting the podcast?
Me and Vinny talk a lot of shit, and we figured everybody needed to be smartened up.
And we're fucking funny.
Yeah, basically, why
Shut up, Sicko.
we're going to talk shit. Might as well have a microphone.
See, that was
right.
funny.
Sicko, shut up.
Right.
We got a lot of shit to talk.
True. All right, this one's for Sicko
Oh boy.
from a man named Brandon.
I can
Sicko.
only imagine.
I'm 29 and getting ready to propose to my lady.
I thought it was going to be about comic books. Okay, I'll take it.
I'm a Polish kid and she's Jamaican. I'm the only white guy she's been in a relationship with, and same for her.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I'm the only white guy she's been in a relationship with, and same for me with her.
Okay.
Anyways, could you give me some tips on how you and Mrs. X have traversed marriage, and if something has come up due to race, how it is dealt with?
That's a serious fucking
Mind
question.
you, my family is pretty much against it, other than my mom.
Oh, really? Okay. If this is a serious question, I'm happy to address it
Sounds
seriously.
Like it is, man.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
sound
dope.
like a word.
For those that don't know, I've been with my wife about 20 years. I'm white, she's black. First off, I have to say, she and I have never had any real bad incidents. Wow. I think the worst have been like walking down South Street and dudes driving by in a car and being like, yo, chocolate, you know you wrong. Like, whatever. The family thing can be tough. I come from an all-Italian family. I'm real lucky. My family, it was never, ever an issue. It wasn't even an issue.
Yo, that counts for a fucking lot.
With the older generation in my
Right.
family, it wasn't anything. Like, once they knew it was a real relationship, it's whatever.
That's good.
I'll tell you what, I live down south, and I had some trepidation going down there because of that.
Trepidation.
Thank you. And I have to say, like, even down there, nothing. No one ever bothered us. I will say it's probably a lot easier being a white guy and a black woman, more so than a black man and a white woman. There's a lot more politics and stuff that goes into that. The best advice I can give anyone is just fuck everybody. Do what you got to do. If people are in your way, don't fight with them. Don't argue with them. Just cut them out your life. You don't need that. And if they do love you and support you, they'll come back around. It's not your job to get used to them. It's their job to accept you and this person that means the world to you.
That's dope.
So,
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
that's the best I could
that.
say.
It's not your job to make them feel comfortable.
You know what I mean? Like, when it's you and that person, the last thing you're ever going to think about is the color of each other's skin. That's the outside world.
Sicko.
So there you go. What do you got?
That's it. But I have a callback to the Vin Says comment where this guy Mike McGowan, he wrote one of those like 10-page emails. The trains of thought go everywhere. You don't know if he loves us or hates us, but I think he loves the podcast. But it's really hard to tell.
Okay.
But it's interesting because he says something midway through his 10 pages that I saw where he says, yo, I apologize for typos, but voice to text sucks. So I don't know if this is what's going on with the Vin Says, where these people aren't doing incoherent stuff, if they're just rattling into their phone and letting their phone transcribe it.
No.
I don't know if that's what's going on, or there's a language barrier.
No, I got to say they're idiots, just based on what I've heard.
I think it's a combination of a language issue.
I would say it's the language more than anything.
Yeah,
I mean, we
don't-
know Vin's got.
I don't think they're necessarily idiots, Steve.
Yeah. I think a lot of them maybe, but
some
I'll
of
be
them
nice.
are from like wherever. and
Michael,
they're,
thanks for the email, but shorten it to like one question.
None of us got attention spans to
Edit
deal
that
with that.
fucker and send it again.
Amen.
So that is the mailbag. I would say on to recommendations.
Nice.
Well,
Could be. Could be no.
Could be.
Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Yeah, I need a second to pull mine up. Hey, yo.
Mine's a movie. I'm not positive of what year it was. It's from New Zealand. It's called Once Were Warriors. This fucking movie, I'm not going to even get into the plot of it. I'm not going to get anything. You like heavy fucking movies, watch this
94.
movie.
Once Were Warriors.
Once Were Warriors.
Real-
All right.
And if you're hip to that,
Yeah.
there is a part 2 that not a lot of people know about. It didn't get quite as much praise as the other one. It was a very critically acclaimed movie. It didn't. I don't think it made much money or whatever. Maybe it did there, but it's the part 2 is called What Becomes of the Broken Hearted.
Ooh.
Good movie of itself, doesn't compare to the first one, but continues with the story of the main guy.
Nice.
Sort of.
I actually, not to cut you off, but when that movie, after it had been released and was on cable, it was one of those like 3 a.m. trying to find, and it just caught my eye, and I fell right into it, and I've loved that movie ever since.
Yeah.
And to this day, I've never met another person that had even seen it.
Yeah, look up What Becomes of the Broken Hearted if you've seen Once Were Warriors.
Yeah,
but absolutely go fucking check this movie out.
Nice.
Brilliant acting, brilliant story. Not an easy watch.
Not at all. It's rough.
But one of my favorite movies ever.
That's a great movie.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, all right.
Lovely.
Nice.
Feeling that.
You want me to go?
Sure.
I'll
How
go.
about it?
Mine's from 2013. It's a documentary. I know that Gavin's big on it. It's called The Punk Singer. And it's the documentary
Kathleen Hanna?
about Kathleen
Yeah,
Hanna,
yeah.
who I admire very, very much as a person, as an activist, everything she's done. It's a really well done documentary. Tells the story. There's some stuff in it that's revealed about her that I never knew. So it was kind of a shock to me. I won't do the Louis and give it away, but yeah, it just documents Bikini Kill and the Riot Girl movement, how it started. A lot of cool people speak on it. I'm just down with anybody who's the underdog and who fights against anything. I mean, I really don't have a platform to speak on feminism, but if you're fucking fighting against the system that keeps you down, I'm all for it. I'm behind you 100%. It got me real, kind of like pumped up, and it was kind of emotional. There's a lot of heavy stuff that went on in her life, and a lot of good music too. I love Bikini Kill, so the music was dope to me. So it's called The Punk Singer. Came out in 2013. I watched it on Netflix,
right?
So you can find it out there. Should be really easy to find.
It's good documentary section.
Yeah, right? It's really well done. So that's my recommendation for this episode.
All right, mine too are internet based, right? So
what did you have your radio? My two are.
Thank you.
All sultry.
His NPR voice.
The first one's an app called Signal Private Messenger by Open Whisper Systems. It's a free app. Basically encrypts your text messages.
What the fuck?
So you don't
high tech.
Especially what's going on now in the world where the fucking FBI is trying to open up people's phones.
Yeah.
Now that if the other person has this app, all your shit's encrypted. That you're sending texts and no one can get in there.
Is that the thing? Like a dude from Russia invented it?
I don't know.
The FBI looks at my text. They're going to see me and Vinny talking about Roman Reigns.
Yeah, there's one called Wicker. There's a couple.
Yeah.
What?
This guy sucks.
Not for nothing. Not for nothing, but if you make drug deals like that could be useful to you.
Who's Pablo texting that he needs to fucking have encrypted emails?
He's the most soft.
Pablo may not be, but I can use that.
Do you need a ride tonight?
He's giving Trump campaign advice.
There was actually something really cool on 60 Minutes not too long ago about a Russian guy who basically invented an app that's completely unbreakable to the point where these quote unquote terrorists use, like what happened in Paris, they all use that and they're fucking, the heat is on him and he's like, sorry, I'm not giving it up. Like
Glenn Fry, the heat is on.
Thank you. I'm glad you caught that.
And the second one was actually posted by Reef earlier this week that Facebook has the Messenger app.
I did that.
You can go into Messenger and find out that Facebook's blocking all these messages.
Yeah.
And they're there to be had. So
apparently 900 broads from Nigeria wanted to bang me and I didn't know.
Don't you have to have Facebook Messenger to do that?
On your phone.
Yeah, like I never downloaded
I have that.
But on the computer.
But it's crazy because so if you go to Facebook Messenger,
do you have Messenger downloaded on your phone? Facebook Messenger?
Yeah.
Oh, see,
you go to message requests, then see filter requests, and they think they know what they're doing, but there's like a legit request from a lot of us people you don't know, but like
it's basically a spam folder, but it doesn't
for people
work.
who are trying to message you.
But regular messages get trapped in there. It doesn't work.
If I download this Messenger, can I then get rid of it, or am I with it forever?
No, you get rid of it.
Yeah.
I've done it several times because I've been like, fuck idiots or people I know are texting me on that, and I really need to see it. Yeah. So I download it, look at it, and I'm like, all right, goodbye.
Yeah. Explain to me, as dumb as this sounds, explain to me what Facebook Messenger is exactly.
It's the same as chat. They're just trying to get chat out of your phone provider.
It's a direct message.
Yeah, it's just like
it's just like an email on Facebook.
Basically, yeah.
So why the fuck do I got to download the thing?
Because people only want to chat you through that, not through your regular phone chat. They try to keep
it because somebody's making money somewhere off of it.
If you email me on Facebook,
why? I don't understand what that means.
I don't know either.
The chat thing for me never quite worked as well.
Well, I never go on the computer. I don't look at Facebook on the computer, just on the phone.
All right.
It's the same. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so if you send me a message through fucking Facebook, it comes up like an email on Facebook. What makes it different in Messenger? If I download Messenger,
it's like an app, and you're like a little circle shows up on your phone of a picture of me.
Here, I can tell you.
It seems more reliable.
Because you can get those messages without going into Facebook. You can just boot messengers up, and there's your thing. That's really the only difference.
Stupid.
It is very stupid.
Dumb.
My recommendation is probably falls under the fucking obvious category for most. But I will say, with all of the things that we've been talking about, some of the topics have gotten heavy in the last couple of episodes. I feel like it's probably a good time to say I was raised on National Public Radio before it was fucking cool to say National Public Radio, right? So I guess what I want to say is that if you have 4 minutes a day, maybe, it's the best education you can get for free listening to a couple segments from Morning Edition or All Things Considered. And it's just the best news you can get in 4 minutes, read to you by, the smartest people in the nation. And
in quiet, soothing tones.
Yeah, right.
like
so
that. I like
people
that
aren't
NPR
shouting
voice.
at you. I fucking live on it. Anyway, especially when I get out of here listening to fucking music for like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anyway, that's my fucking obvious recommendation.
Hey.
Except that, hey,
Cute.
I can
Nice.
check it off the list.
Nice.
All right. With that, I already did mine, so we're out. Anybody
Nice.
else got anything to say? OG, you got anything to say? Your mood get better?
It's all right.
Yeah, where's the scale at the end of a show?
4?
Solid 4.
No,
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that. I feel like I made made life
I
feel
feel
better.
like we had a part in making that happen.
So that's it, man. Hit us on Twitter. Hit us on fucking Facebook. Hit us in the
Subscribe to
email.
iTunes.
Go to the
iTunes.
iTunes and subscribe. If you want to hit us up via email, the address is info@broadstreetbreakdown.com. Hit us up with questions for the show. Again, if you got a business, if you're making shirts, if you're making stickers, whatever, you want to get the word out, come talk to us. We will hook you up with a deal. We'll figure something out. We'll advertise. We'll talk you up on the show. We'll big you up. Just get at us.
Yep.
Info@broadstreetbreakdown.com.
That's it.
Peace.
That's that.
That's it.
Lord
Lord of mercy.
That's that.
Scott, take us out.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Peace.